What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of The Wiley Show. We're finally made it to Las Vegas. When I tell you, I got off the plane and I said, you know what? I'm going to do this experience and I'm going to document this. I'm going to document this whole entire moment of how I feel. And I'm going to lay it all on the table. Hey, pretty. So, I get on the plane and had the job, everything lined up, and get off the plane. Um, and I said, let me get on the bus. So I'm up there trying to find my way around. So I call, the job to see if it was still lined up, and I'm just gonna say I don't know if if it's still lined up. But let me just say, man, God is just so good. Cause the old while I'd be like worried. I was like, okay, God, what do you want me to do? All right. Then I get a letter from the building. Obviously, when we left Texas, there was a bad storm. So pretty much some people apartments got damaged. I don't know if my apartment got damaged or what, but I can't even worry about that because you know what I'm saying? I'm in Vegas. I'm like, okay, because it was like a bad, a bad storm. So we don't know if our apartment is damaged, but some people's apartment were damaged, but I'm not gonna worry about that. I don't believe my apartment is damaged. Um, if it is, then you file do an insurance claim. But anyway, so hopefully nothing is damaged. Knock on wood. But I got in, I was like, okay, let me, I've been checking in on the job. So then I was like, oh, it's going to start. And then it was like crickets. Um, so I was like, okay, I'm not going to worry. Plan B. So, because, I was like, this is, God, what do you want me to do? Because in this economy, you know what I'm saying? Something fast um, got to happen, but we all on God's time. And that's why I was like, oh, thank God I paid my rent. Thank God I'm not behind. Thank God I'm not about to get evicted. I just thank God for that. And sometimes you have to look at that because the old Wiley would be like, oh my gosh, what I'm gonna do for next month, or what I'm gonna do for for my apartment for next month. Like, oh my gosh, what I'm gonna do, and then dawn on me, I've already paid my rent. So it just it's really sad because I don't want to have to like roommate, but that's what it's looking. That's what it's looking like. You know what I'm saying? So we will know in these days because I know for a fact, and I was looking at the economy. I was looking at my own stuff. I was like, oh, there's no way I can afford to stay by myself. The way that inflation came up and the way that the bills are billing with just rent costs, and people think, oh, you live a very expensive life. No, baby, rent takes majority of the check. And I don't think people understand that. Some of you all understand that. I don't think people understand it on YouTube here. They think just because you're on YouTube, you're a millionaire. That ain't the case for me. But I still do the videos. I'm still entertaining because I can't be up here feeling down and feeling sad and feeling like depressed about it. I mean, what that's gonna do? Absolutely nothing. You still got to get up, hit the ground running, apply for jobs. Like I've been hitting the ground running. I've been on my phone all day, and it's something like when you have that library thing. I don't think people understand. And I said, Lord, I got to share this story. I'm sorry. I'm entertaining, but this is gonna help somebody. So when that library situation happened, that's still a charge. And some jobs you cannot get, some jobs be like worried, then you have to explain. That'd be like the only down part about it. And I do feel for people that really have felonies. But I also feel for people that got a charge of a felony but wasn't convicted. You still in the same boat. We still in the same boat here. So, I feel for you too. So, because all that stuff, well, it's not a conviction and all that. If it's on there, uh, I don't see the difference. You know what I'm saying? So it baffles me. You know what I'm saying? But and that was a big hole. I didn't really share about it because I'm like, why should I share it? But I have to. I think that was a big hindrance, and it harmed me. I mean, I've lost plenty jobs because of that, and that was one of the main reasons. Plenty jobs. I'm like, oh my god. And it's just like when you have to explain something that happened years ago, and then you don't want to share too much, but you don't want to share too little. And it's just like, and that's why I've been like on YouTube and like doing stuff on YouTube, and all that type of stuff. And then people say, oh, the judge, Texas have a law. And so whenever there's a law that is a time frame. If you're a first offense, it is a time frame. So it's just time. So you have to sit and wait. And if it wasn't for me just thinking outside the box and knowing how to hustle legally, oh my God, I'm gonna know what to do. And that's why I was like, okay, thank God that I can like roommate with people. And I may have to get my apartment up because I've said to myself, because I looked at the amounts, I said, there's no way I can afford this new rent. There's no way. That means I will be in the hole. And YouTube is great, but YouTube, speaking for me, I cannot speak for anybody else. You have a great month, and then next month, nothing. I'm like, wait, what the world? And this is why I can't really depend on that, because I'm like Zaydon, hold on, listen. I look, you do good 1 month, and then the next month, it just all that good as you did is just like, and that's something that I struggle with as a YouTuber. Like you'll do good 1 month, and then you do the same content or do the same blah, 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 same type of numbers, and the money is different. And I'm like, I never understand that. So even when I talk to other people about it, I still don't understand it. I'm like, wait a minute. 1 month I did this and I made this. Then the next month I didn't make nowhere near that. What are you trying to tell? So you know what? So when I got off the plane or whatever, I was like, is it meant for me to be here? Delayed. So I'm in the line. Let me tell the story now. So I got off the plane. Well, first of all, before I get on the plane, I see somebody with shoes on. I was like, oh, he got on shoes. I don't think he can go on there. He's in the TSA said, mine's yours. Really nice. And we chuckled about it. And then, I chuckled about it. I don't know if that guard chuckled about it. Then I get my stuff, boom, boom. And then everything was fine. The weather was good. First of all, I was listening to my phone when I was in my Uber getting to the airport. And the Uber driver was like, can you turn your phone down? I didn't know my phone was loud. But I was listening to like the news report because I like to listen to the news in the morning. For some odd reason, I love listening to what's going on in my day. So I need what's going on in the world. That's what I do. I even know I've been doing it forever, but I always try to watch the news, the highlights of what's going on in the country. So did that. And I was like, oh, I apologize. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, oh, okay, thank you, blah, blah, blah. Boom. So we get delayed. So the people at the airport, right? They're just agitated. They're cussing. They're mad. Many people are missing their connection flight. But to this Black sister, shout out to her. She don't control Mother Nature. And it was 2 flights going to Vegas. Like the first flight got delayed. So ours, of course, did. And I knew the rain. So I never went up to that desk because I knew she can't change the weather. So I said, well, let me improvise. Let me put my microphone on. Let me go live on the YouTube. Let me just go live, speak to my folks and whatever. We go live. And it was good. I was able to do content. So I was able to do content. So we do that. Then finally we get it. They said, well, we changing the gate. So it was this beautiful white lady that was heading to Vegas. So we talking, blah, blah, blah. And I knew I had to go to the bathroom. I was holding it for hours and hours. I train my body to hold like my urine. I'm really good in training it of holding my urine. So I was like, well, let me just go ahead and go to the restroom. Did that. And so another lady said, oh, you about to skip me? Then this white lady used her white privilege and said, no, he's with me. And then we started talking like blah, 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 blah. It was really good. She was like, where are you sitting at? I was like, I'm sitting right here. She said, well, I'm back here. I thought you was gonna be back here with me. And blah, blah. I'm like, no, sis, you did your purpose. We ain't, I don't need to know where you're gonna be staying at in Vegas. You have a nice life. You're too young. You fresh out of college or high school, wherever you fresh from out of. My mind even focus on that. So thank you for using your white privilege to myself. Thank you for using your white privilege and everything. So mind you, I'm a friend sitting in the exit row with this same couple. One of the lady that she was kind of upset. I kind of skipped her. I really didn't skip her. I was already in line. Anyway, so the lady was like, and I'm all crushed up by this exit door. And I'm like, man, this is going to be uncomfortable. But I'm not going to complain. But I gave her a look like, oh, I'm about to tell her, can I move over there? Because there's only one white gentleman on the other side and 2 free seats. Go, can I sit right there? And she was like, well, if nobody else sit right there, she just presented to me, you can sit right there. So then she didn't tell me. And then the other way, she wanted to have a window. I was like, good. Those are we 3 big people. Like, we need our space. So I get up and I go over there, and it was amazing. And so I've been listening to this book, The Grifter, because that was like the last credit I had on Audible, because I had to cancel the subscription. We had to cancel so much stuff. I'm about to get ready and cancel like my internet. If I'm here for another week or 2 or here for another 4 months, I'm canceling all that. Then the next time I come there, I'm just gonna sell everything and just ship my computer and table. I'm gonna just sell all that and just whatever I can take on in a rental car. I take in a rental car. I bring them tables and blah 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 and all that type of stuff, and just sell just pretty much sell the bed and just start all over, and all that to be done with it. But we was on the plane, and when I got on the plane, I was listening to The Grifter, and I'm not gonna get into the book, but this is why I'm glad to have another positive outlet, because I can't change what's going on right now. I cannot change that right now with a magic wand. So I have to put my mind into something else. Let me read about some history, about some grifters. And so I'm reading about grifters, right? I'm reading about the grifter. Man, I don't want to talk about the book because this is the book club, but when I read the stuff, it's be kind of hard because I'll be wanting to talk about it in content. So I'm like, Isaiah Montgomery, right? He was a business owner, plantation owner. He was Black. And so in Mississippi, they had a Mississippi Constitutional Convention. Like, they wanted to change some things in the Constitution to suppress African-American male voting, because African-American men have the right to vote before women. So what Mississippi had to do, they couldn't blatantly come out and say Black men cannot vote because it will be a violation of the Constitution. So they had some type of deal that you have to do a poll tax, you have to know the Constitution back and forth, and you have to go in front of an election judge. Now, mind you, there were some white folks that was illiterate, couldn't read or whatever, but if you go in front of a racist judge, they would get passed and be able to register and vote. If you were Black, you would get denied. 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10, you would get denied. But Isaiah Montgomery was the only African-American male there that took advantage of the law took advantage of the law for him to get what he got because of Black people in politics. But he voted against Black male interests, against the race interests. And it was so interesting to me. So when people talk about, Black grifters, people that tap dance for the Republican Party against their race interests, regardless of what party it is, this has been going on for years. But just reading this book, I'm like, Isaiah Montgomery. But then again, my mind looked like, I look at it, and then it's going to be controversial what I'm about to say. But are you willing to risk putting your business at risk, getting your business tortured by white folks? Are you at risk of doing that just to keep in good graces of the race? I don't know. And I put myself in Isaiah Montgomery's shoes. I get what historians are saying about him, how he was evil to Black folks, how white supremacists uplifted him. I mean, he had a racist to eulogize him. I mean, he was dazzled by the fame. But we say he should have stuck with the race, but who would have been there for Isaiah Montgomery if his businesses would have got tortured, or if he would have lost everything? So I don't know. I get what people, and this is maybe It's because my mind of me, integrity. I'm like, I kind of struggle with that because I do struggle with that. And so when I was listening, I was like, I have to rewind that back. I'm like, well, did he really do a bad thing? Like, I know he did bad. And I know it is harmful to vote against Black people interests and to really pretty much put out and then I used to look up to Booker T. Washington, Soldier Girl, and it's just like, should I even look up to Booker T. Washington because they said he was a grifter? I was like, oh my God, I really thought because I only knew a piece of Booker T. Washington, I only knew about him being in charge of Tuskegee Institute, later turned into Tuskegee University. So I really thought that he was good for Black people, but to find out he was tap dancing for the white folks, to get his daughters into white boarding schools and everything. I'm like, okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. That's what you have to do. Somebody just sent me a text. And listen, I'm going to have to just pray. Say, yo, what's up, Wiley? Bro, I know this going to be a crazy text, but I'm going through a hit rock bottom and a single dad now. I'm really struggling trying to pay my rent. Can you help me out, bro? Blah, blah, blah. I ask you like this or anyone at that, but I don't get anyone I can go to that know I'm a hustler. I will pay you back. I'm trying to keep my daughter and not lose her. Only thing I can do to that person, and I do feel bad, I'm going to just pray. I'm not going to judge you. I'm going to pray for you, but I don't have it. I don't. I haven't talked to this person. Oh my God, I haven't talked to this person. And obviously I haven't talked to this person in years because they're texting. I have their number saved, but this person I've been talking to on my old phone. I haven't talked to them in years. Ain't nothing I can, man. I'm not even gonna be judgmental. I can't. I ain't gonna be able to get out of a response, child. I ain't gonna be able to get out of a response. I don't. I ain't gonna be able to help you. I don't know why people come to me think I can help. Maybe I don't know because I don't have it. You know what I'm saying? I don't. I don't. I don't. Anyway, you see what I'm saying? I thought that would have been an opportunity to help me out. But yeah, but anyway, I don't have it. I'm so sorry. Wow, I feel bad. I really feel bad, but it's nothing I can do about that. But pray. It's nothing funny about it. I'm just giggling because I'm like people going through hard times. I'm like, I'm gonna just add him in my prayer. Like I got on my knees and I was praying, like, all that type of stuff like that. And this is why I believe God sent the text to me to show that people have it harder than you. You know what I'm saying? And I, you know what I'm saying? Because it's when I think that I'm here, right? It's people that have it harder than me. Bills is paid. Well, the rent is paid. Other bills are getting paid. And nothing is like behind where you behind 8 months, 9 months, stuff is shut off and all that type of stuff. I thank God for that. And another thing that I thank God for, and this is, I really thank him for this, not having no children. Because like, oh my gosh, it will be rough. If I'd have had, oh, excuse me. Y'all excuse me because I had took this allergy medicine and it's much better because I'm not on the strip. Because when I was on the strip, it was eating this nose up, but it is doing no better. No, they said, "Damn, bro, you laugh at me. God bless you." No, I didn't laugh at you. I'm like, first of all, how can I? Let me be honest. I can't help because you watching the show. What can I can't, baby. I did a whole show to talk about the need that I'm in, and I just can't help. I'm not laughing at you. It was more like a nervous laugh. You know what I'm saying? And I'm the last person to ask for for help because I'm just not. I'm kind of struggling because I'm like, we haven't talked in a long time. Maybe if we did content together, maybe it'd have been a different type of story, but we haven't talked in a long time. He's watching the show, but what can I do? Ain't nothing I can do. I can't do nothing. You said bring you on. Okay, let me drop a link. So you really want to come on and tell people your problems now? Now be careful coming on the show because they might try to drag you, and all that type of stuff. Don't come on cussing and stuff like that. But we could definitely talk about it. But I'm not laughing at you. I'm on seriousness, bro. I'm not laughing at you. I'm going through things myself, but I do feel bad. You know what I'm saying? And so when they see you, they're gonna know who you are. But if you want to come on, I dropped the link in the chat. You can click on the link if you want to come on and say something. But I know it's hard. It's hard, especially if you have a record. And especially, I don't know if you still live in Texas or not. I know it's rough. I know it's rough. So there you go. You can click on the link. Do you want me to send it to you? I can send it to you in the text because I don't know if you can read the chat. Give me a second. This is like an impromptu interview because yeah, this ain't the time, and thank God for my audience pulled together to help Wiley because I offered a lot of entertainment. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is a story, and someone sent me a video of Armand, and I look at this man different. One of my producers, now mind you, they're sending me this video to be shady. They sent me an old members only that Armand did. And that man shared something in there, and me and him had the same parallels. And I didn't even watch the full live. So I clicked on it. And Armand said, son, he said, I had a felony charge. And he said, well, it wasn't a conviction. He had to serve 3 weeks in jail. And when he served 3 weeks in jail, he lost a job. He couldn't get an apartment and stuff like that because he had similar what I had, where you get a deferment. It's deferred, but still, if it's on your record, they're gonna say denied. For me to even get the apartment that I've got, I had to jump through hoops. And my God, like the lady, she just went on and approved me, but it was like letters from my attorney, letters from this, like just to approve, just to get an apartment. And some people, there was a case, some people talk about this, like you could do some. It's people that did some 20-some years ago, can't get an apartment because of a charge. And this one lady, she got degrees, she got accommodations from like the prosecutor's office, from the Department of Corrections. She got all this stuff. She have a whole binder of all of her successes. And they said denied. So she had to stay in this one apartment because she couldn't go to no other apartment and get an apartment. And I was like, this is what people don't talk about. And then God was like, okay, Wiley, you talk about it because you're experiencing this and you have a platform. And so when I got this apartment, the reason why I stayed is because it ain't one like I was trying to apply for other apartments. I was getting denied. And even for this apartment, it was rent cheaper at another apartment where I'm at, but denied because of the record. Nicer, more space than the place that I got now, but denied because of the record. Okay, it was denied. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? So it's nothing that you can't change that. You can fight to get the law changed, but that take years. That ain't like, oh, you testify in Austin, Texas, and then those politicians, they change the law. Hell no. First of all, the law is designed to keep me frozen out anyway. Those laws is designed to keep people that look like me and also poor whites, but poor whites, they still sleep because they still white. And they're not willing to join at high numbers with poor blacks. So they ain't gonna join. They won't leave. They're gonna throw you under the bus and leave your hind part dry, and you're gonna be out there fending for yourself. So because again, it harms them too. If you pour in a felon, you get denied too. Just like if you pour in black in a felon, you get denied too, whether it's deferred or not deferred. If it's on that record, denied. Unless you go to other places and they're trying to change the law to stop people looking at criminal records to get apartments. I believe that law needs to be on the books, but I understand the danger because I think some criminal behavior, like if you are on a child offender list, I think they have a right to deny you because of their children are around. And it's a law already saying you can't be around children. So, but if you have like something on my record, like property damage, and you already cleared that up, you're not on probation, you didn't have commit no new crimes, you should be able to get it. But people don't think like that. So it's not a lot of people don't think like that. Unless you just get lucky and blessed where somebody be like, okay, I'm gonna give you a chance. And they gave me a chance and I never was late. I never was evicted at all. They gave me a chance. But when it comes to employment, I would never forget it was this one job and I really wanted it. I really wanted that job because that was the highest amount of money I would have made in my entire career. Denied because of the record. Or, you know what I'm saying. But God is so good. And that's how I'm like, oh. And I talked to Mr. O'Neill today. And I was like, I really can't really talk about this man. Like, bruh. But I'm listening to him. And y'all pray for his wife. She back in the hospital again. And he said something to me. And I couldn't really, I had to get off the phone because I couldn't because it was going to make me cry. He was like, he told me, he said, Marquise, I know this is the last time for her. I think she's going to go. And because I know she get tired, like going to the hospital, having the same problem. They're not correcting the problem because they don't care. They don't care about the elderly. But this case with Mr. O'Neill it opened my eyes up to know that this is not a white and black problem. This is a money thing. This is a green problem. If you ain't got enough green, you're going to get the worst of healthcare. The more capital you have, the more you can demand great services, the more you can bring in great doctors. But when you don't have that, it's nothing that you can do. What can you do? But to see what Mr. O'Neill do is pretty much not sleeping, not eating. And I pray for him, but it's nothing I can do. But pray. It is something I can do. I have to put it in God's hands. I put it in God's hands. And I try not to keep telling him, put it in God's hand because people don't want to hear that. But I know it because of my religious belief. I put it in God's hands. But there's no more I can do for that. It is hurtful. It is disgusting to see it. But what can I do? But now I know what to tell my nieces. It's not always about race. I believe race is a factor, but not a huge factor because that get erased if you got the money. You know what I'm saying? So especially when you talk about healthcare and the blunt of that, for this white woman to go through that, I can be able to tell people if she's going through that, I can imagine, and I know for a fact what black women are going through. And I've heard your calls, your emails. I couldn't really be a crusade for that because that's a battle. I don't know if I'm really a task that I'm not ready for, but I do get your messages. And shout out to sis from New York. She called me. She was at a nursing home in New York City, and it was terrible. She said, Wiley, they treat me so bad. I was on Instagram. I'm seeing a sister here. She was married with her husband, and the man went to the nursing home, unrecognizable. He gone. Then there was another video I saw. A black woman, her brother was on the ground, and she went out there. She said to the nurse, "Oh, he's on the ground again," and they had the door shut and all that type of stuff. And you know what I'm saying? I didn't see no CNAs. I just saw the nurse. So obviously, it looked like a place that's not fully staffed. But that's the reality of the industry. And then people were saying, well, why don't you take your brother home? Do you understand the amount of resources it will take you to take someone in that have a feeding tube that is 24/7 care? Obviously, she still got to work. Obviously, she still got children. Obviously, she still got bills. And you're bringing in someone that need, your total attention. That's why a lot of people put their loved ones in there, because they're financially strained and they don't have the resources to, and because of inflation is so high, this is the wrong time to be trying to bring another mouth to feed. Then not only that, they coming in with issues, doctor's appointment, therapy appointment. You got to communicate. You got to probably send them out. You probably got to get urine, somebody to come get the urine. You probably got to get somebody to help the nurse for them to, get the urine from them, the urine cap. It's just so much that goes on caring for someone at home. That is a full-time job. And it is a 24/7 job, unless you got a mom that can just walk and still go to the grocery store, need a little bit of care. You may have to remind them for medicine. Okay. But if you got somebody that is big, tall, nonverbal, on a feeding tube, you got to suction the stuff out of them. They got a trait. That's a lot of work. And so outside looking in, yeah, I used to be one of the ones, take your loved ones home. But then I looked at it, okay, who's going to take care of that person? Especially if you are a single mother and you got children. How are you going to try to take care of your aunt? Because children is a full-time job. It was a sister that I took care. It was a nice woman that we took care of. And her daughter said, I want to take my mom out of this place. All her laundry be missing. They steal her laundry. And she was living in assisted living. And she said, I can't take her home. And she was paying for this place out of pocket, her own money going into this assisted living facility. She said, I can't do it. Because she said, I got a daughter. I'm a single mother. I can't watch her, and her, especially with her mom being, have dementia. You know what I'm saying? She wasn't really that bad. But when you have people that don't give a darn, and some things happen to her, and then they would get jealous because she was like, I want my kids to just take care of her, because I would just do my job. I knew what she wanted: breakfast, lunch, get her together, escort her to her room. But you would have some incompetent CNAs, they won't escort her to her room. Go ahead and get to the room, get on the elevator, go to your room. And this woman went to the wrong room and she was lost. They didn't find this woman to the next day, freezing cold, in her urine, body shaking. They know where she was until the next day. It's just really sad. And they didn't tell that person, daughter, that, oh, your mom was lost. No, they're not going to do that. I found out like the next day I went, and it was so sad because I knew something was wrong. And I'm like, why is she so? Because she was lost. Because these people, and it was one CNA that had her, and I'm not shocked because she comes into work and she goes to the store and Walmart, and you be on the walkie-talkie, baby. She's in the checkout line. Her call like, copy. You want Doritos? You want some chips? Copy. You supposed to be working. You shopping. But that's the reality of it. And it's so like sad and because these people, and she's a sweet lady. Like, she was a sweet lady. She could walk. She didn't do that much talking. But as long as you clean her up, and she do everything. Like, you just have to be there because she have dementia. You have to, give her cues and stuff because she, she had dementia. But they didn't care. And they didn't put the little chucks. Her daughter would buy her chucks. She'd just urinate all on the bed because they wouldn't put the chucks down. You have to literally this lady would buy the chucks. They didn't care. Only time when the chucks would be down is when I work. I put the chucks down. I make sure I put the chucks down. And then, because I know because again, you should know your residents. You know she's going to go to bed. So And so I put Chucks down. But what I would do is take her to the restroom, because I know she's going to go right to the bed if it ain't dinner time, because when she got dementia, she's not going to sit and wait and be like, oh, it's dinner, so let me just sit and wait for 20. No, if that food ain't in front of her, she's going to get up and get the ramen. So I will put the Chucks down. But then you come the next day, all that work that you did, please. That ain't studying. So then when you would come in, it would be rough because you would come in doing triple the work that should have been done if everybody do each show, but everybody don't think like that. Again, these new CNAs that they getting, maybe they getting these people for and you always got people around my age that's sorry. But now the people that they really getting in from fresh out of high school in their early 20s, don't think they care about work ethic. Work ethic, girl, bye. Just happy I'm in the building. It was one CNA. Baby, she'd be at the front desk eating her lights. My God, I hope that lady don't still work there. Her lights, it's not funny. Her lights will just be going off. All her rooms going off. They all need their medication. You know where she at? Playing video games, laughing with the lady at the front desk. Eat it, girl. What we gonna eat today? And me, I'm eating it. So I get into. I'm just taking the patients. You know, I'm doing my work, but you have to come by this front desk. And I'm just looking, and I'm like, oh, I'm looking at the rest. I'm like, okay, and it was like, and them lights are just going off, and then and I had to tell her one day, and I try not to be like I'm a supervisor. I try not to be it, but if they keep coming to me and I got to do your work, I told us very professional. I'm like, listen, sis, you need to get up here and do your work. Ain't nobody, we ain't going to be down. We're not going to be up here trying to do your work. You eating, you need to get up and answer your license. Stuff like these people coming out their room, they will find me because I'm up here working. I need my meds, and they do need their medication. It's locked up. We have to remind them, take it out of the thing, and they have to put it in their cup and take their medicine. But you have to get up and grab it, and because you got the key, take it so they can get this. And this is why a lot of people in assisted living, they be having conditions. They'll be fine if they just get their medicine. But you depending on people that half of them people, baby, I will go in some rooms, all them folks are getting no medicine. I can work behind somebody. I know who I work with. If I work for the siren, all they medicine, morning, AM, PM, morning, and noon, all they medicine just right there. Didn't even get it. And this is why these people are blood pressures through the roof. They agitated because they're not getting what the doctor prescribed for them. But you know, it's really sad because there's no one watching. There's no one watching that. And then you can report a child, you can tell it all day. They don't care. They're gonna come grab that, flush that down the toilet, act like it didn't exist. Because they don't care. This is an industry that's been broken forever. And I'm just sharing that experience. I'm like, ugh. And people think, oh, I'm gonna put my people on the assisted level. Ooh, child, it's better than a nurse home. Sometimes it may be worse. And then you put them in there, and then your mom was fine. Then her lab just out of control because and then I'm trying to say, but what's going on? What is going on with blah blah blah? What's going on in this place? Blah 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 blah. She was fine, and then what's going on with my mom before she came into this place? What's going on? They ain't gonna tell you. Oh yeah, they ain't been giving that woman her medicine. They ain't gonna tell you that. You have to literally know. And it's just like it's just really, really sad. Oh, you know, it's really, really sad, man. But they said, do they have timers on call? They do have timers on call lights. It was one place that was about to get shut down because people wasn't answering the lights and stuff like that. And yeah, they do have timers on call lights. They do. And then the state will pull that record of is a certain amount of time. But do I think they follow that from the team? No. Child, them people don't care. And they have a time, them call lights, it be quote unquote down. And they do that on purpose to have it not work, because if it don't work, there is no records. And I'm like, what? Child. But that's the thing. Like a lot of times, a lot of people, and this is the system, you guys, have to change. Why are they stroking out? Because they're not getting their meds. That could be it. I'm not a doctor, but if you have to take blood pressure medicine, you have to take heart medicine, you have to take medicine. You need that medicine for a reason. But the problem is you're dependent on people that's making maybe $15, $16, $17 an hour to give out these meds. And let's be clear, it's not a lot of work. And like compared to being in a nursing home. I worked in a nursing home where it was work. Like you work for that income. And I worked in assisted living. Yeah, some places their assisted living, they don't need to be there, but it ain't really that bad. But if you fully staffed, you got 2 CNAs on each hall, you fully staffed, it ain't hard. The problem is that even when you're fully staffed by the numbers, if you don't have a great team, it's going to be bad. It's going to be bad. I work sometimes with a good team, and I'm like, man, if we all working on the schedule, oh, it's going to be a good shift. But if we got some worms working on the schedule, oh, it's going to be a bad shift. But they're going to, soon the managers leave, they're going to go to the store, and you ain't going to see them. It would be people I would know would come in and clock in and we go on their entire shift, go to their daughter's birthday party. They'll go to the club, come back from the club just to clock out. You smell the weed and all that time. I'm like, dang, you was gone the whole time. And ain't no use you telling. They don't care. They got, and I tell people, it's no use to me saying anything. Y'all got cameras all through here. It was one patient. He came in, he was selling the people crack. And they were telling me to intervene. I said, I'm not intervening in that. I'm not the po-po. Baby, you get the po-po. And so when I see him coming, and they'd be all up in there selling the rocks and all that, whatever he was selling, he was that type of good-looking guy. Good-looking guy. He was like, hey, man, how you doing? I would have to let him in because legally you have to let him in. He have a mother that's in here. So I'm going to let him in. But whatever you do, y'all already know he do that. Baby, get the FBI in to investigate. But y'all don't want all that type of stuff. All these people roaming around and see all this bad stuff. So he would come in, sell, and they would buy it. Be nodding off at that. I was like, they be high. Whatever. And then one of his moms, she would smoke the crack in the room. You can smell it. Child, it's so much that I've seen at these places, child. And I could literally just could talk all day about it. And they be wanting me to intervene because I'm big, and that's why people say, "Oh, wow, you should do security," because you know what I'm saying. But I'm not security. Even when you do security, you know what I'm saying. I ain't gonna do too much because I want to make it home to my family. The best, you know what I'm saying. Now, some security you do have to intervene. Like if you're a bouncer, you know you have to intervene and all that type of stuff. I do want to be careful because that's all I want to do that because these people are crazy, y'all. Because you, especially in Vegas, like these people in Vegas, they got a really tight knit on there. So that's you got to be careful. We do all that crazy crap because you may not make it to live to tell that story when you go on, especially on the strip. Like they're really good. They're protecting that money. And this make Vegas look bad when you got criminals coming in, fighting and all that. They really good with keeping that down. You don't really hear too much about that because even when I believe 90 Love recorded something downtown, they was fighting and them people, they broke it up because they don't want to lose their license. They don't want to lose their stuff, all that stuff. They said, I don't want to be in the same building as somebody smoking crack. I will call the police. Yeah, but that's what people will do, man. But anyway, back to my story. Child, when I get on here just talking about that, I really be getting into that. So I'm excited, y'all. I'm in Vegas. In Vegas, and I love to be here. Shout out to my person that allowed me to be here. Love them and support them, but we need your help by contributing to us. Shout out to Prada. She said some amazing topics over for later on today for us to talk about. And I'm definitely here. I'm really, really here. But I had to share that story. And to the brother that hit me up to help you, I'm definitely gonna pray. You know what I'm saying? I need prayer too. You can come on the show. We can talk about your story and stuff like that. But I am praying for you and your daughter. I am praying for you and your daughter. I am praying for that because it's really rough. You know what I'm saying? And if I had children, you know what I'm saying, I'm going through, I physically, financially can't help you because I'm in the strain. If I could, you know what I'm saying, you know, I even offer you to come and stay with me. So I don't know what the big deal is. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, of course that didn't happen, and I am praying for you. But no, I do apologize if you thought I was laughing at you. No, that was like a nervous laugh, like, oh, like one of them type of chuckles. Not like laughing at your situations. No, I don't want to do that. Queen said, congrats. What? Thank you. So I'm here. This is a great story, you guys, that I'm going to just continue to do. Shout out. Y'all have watched those videos in the airport. Shout out for that. The microphone do work. Shout out for that. And I'm gonna keep y'all updated all the way. Like I said, when I got on the public transit, I talked to the bus driver. I was like, how to do this and this, and baby, I was sweating. So I went to the store. I said, listen, told one of my producers, I said, listen, I got to get some water because all the drinks, Sprites and orange, this is like that dry heat. So what I did, I went to Walmart. I think it was like $5. And I said, give me a case. Give me a case because when I get up in the morning, I'm going to hit the ground running, looking for jobs and stuff. Hit the ground running and stuff. But yeah, definitely going to drink a lot of water. We got you, Wally. You are our friend. And we love you, buddy. Yes. Definitely. But just thank y'all for that. I had contributed. Like, this would not have been possible without the producers. Thank you all. Do we need a bless? I don't know what door about to open up for me, but I'm here, God sees that I'm here. And this is part of my testimony. And I am here. It's different in Vegas, culturally speaking, it's different. Not so much from Texas because it's like a Republican place. So I tell I'm not in a liberal place. I can just tell. Really, really good. So, and no, I'm not going to no casino gambling. Nothing like that. This is not a vacation trip. I'm not even on the strip. Like, I went. I was looking at the strip. Like, should I go walk around on the strip? Probably tomorrow. I do it once I'm done, like looking for jobs and stuff. Then I go and do some shows on the strip. Just walk around and stuff like that. But no, I am. I'm out here on this transition and everything. People said I'm out here to stalk somebody. How could you stalk somebody? They don't live in Vegas. That's like crazy to me. Someone said he's gonna stalk somebody. How? They don't even live in Vegas. Like, and then let me say this really quickly. And thank you to that person that sent me that video of mine. Listen, thank you for that, because I needed to hear that. Because that brother said some very encouraging things. Because I know he sent me that just to be shady, but no, I actually looked at it as encouraging. So that's how my mind worked. Because you called me on an encouragement day. When I saw that video, I was like, oh, that's very encouraging. That's very encouraging when you send me that video of him, because a lot of people don't know that, like how, but it forced him. He said something in the video. He said, that forced me into my light. That forced me into what I had to do. And that's boring if someone don't have a story. Someone that don't have a story, that's boring. And I'm glad that I have a story to tell. A very interesting story, man. A very interesting story. I have a story to tell and I gotta share. I can't even tell everything. I'm just holding back until the right time. But one thing I can say, I am here for the journey, baby. I am here for the journey. I'm here for the journey. Is Zaydon in here? Let me see if Zaydon want to come on, y'all. Because Zaydon, we on the same time. It's only midnight here where we at. Zaydon, do you want to say something? Zaydon, you want to say something? Shout out to the 72 people in here. And I'm so glad I'm 2 hours behind y'all. So I ain't got to worry about, you know what I'm saying? I could put some stuff. Okay, let me not say that because I don't want to play our mind content. He get mad at a brother. Um, uh, at a brother. Yeah, this Cali time too. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't want him to don't get mad at me around playing that. But no, it was a video that he did. He probably don't even remember this. He did it on members only, and he said he shared that, and that was very encouraging, and they're very very encouraging. Y'all, Grammy Award winner to be Jason Lee's former co-host, architect,
Wiley.
gagging with Jason Lee, the
I'm so
architect.
I'm so done with you, Wiley. I'm so
You
I'm
was
about
you
to
was with
slow
Jason
down.
Lee before he became a politician. How does it feel?
You know what? I can look back on those episodes and I can say there were some iconic episodes. Even my auntie, she called me the other day. Shout out to my auntie. She was like, "When are you gonna get back with Jason Lee?" And I was like, "Auntie, those days are over. Jason's becoming a political person now." But those episodes are still on YouTube. They're still streaming to this day. They were so fun. I did two
Yeah,
and a half seasons.
because Jason told so I was on Bingo, right? And Jason posted something on Bingo. He was like, he's sick. So I'm like, oh, you sick? I said, so I'm praying for you. I'm praying for you. Praying for me. You act like I'm dying. I need to stop saying I'm sick and say I don't feel good. I'm like, okay, but and then somebody said, well, what's wrong with prayer? And I thought about it. I'm like, oh, I would love for Zaydon to sing that man a song. How's your music career doing?
Oh my God, Wiley! I have some big things happening. So I haven't told anyone. I haven't announced it on my own page yet, but I'm starting a UK, US, Canada press tour. I'm kind
Yes.
of with the guy. His name is Victor Hart. He's a celebrity music published out in Nashville, and he loves the song "Falling in Love," and he wants to take it to another level. So we're gonna start a 3 month campaign to see where we can get the
Oh,
song to go. So that's exciting. That's coming up too. But Wiley, I didn't come to talk about me. I came here to talk about why are you in Vegas and why you
well,
get wrapped up in Sin City.
for the reason why I came to Vegas, I came for other opportunities, and I had a job lined up, and I don't know if that went through. We'll know about tomorrow or the next day. And I said, I just came. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even move nothing. I just came. I didn't move anything because it ain't gonna be real until I have a job.
Right.
And then it could be real if I just have to roommate with someone because the economy is just crazy right
I
now.
know. I
Man,
know.
it is really really crazy. Um, and so I refuse to like re-sign a lease, and
Yeah.
you can't afford it. Like I'm not
Right.
gonna do that. That's crazy. I'm not gonna do it. But thank God I can roommate with someone and do all that type of stuff. That's like plan B. But the reason I did it because I'm like, okay, let me just do it. So I was applying for jobs or whatever, got an offer, got here. I'm like, okay, God,
Wiley.
and I just went on with, Jada, let me say this. I just went on, I said, let me get on this air mattress. Let me go to sleep because it's a saying that you can't make a decision when you're tired.
Yeah.
You just let's
You
just
need
go to
full
sleep.
rest.
I just need to rest because first of all, I was jet lagged and I was like, I said, you know what? I didn't even get mad because I don't even know if it's a no or a yes or whatever. What the
Right.
case is, I got in this bed and I just went to sleep. And I said, okay. And I slept like a newborn baby before I saw Sexy Red on NXT. I'm like, Sexy Red at a WWE event. Is this a dream? But it wasn't a dream. It was for real. So I watched a little piece of that on the phone and I slept like a newborn baby. I was like, man, it's 5 o'clock in the morning. I keep forgetting, but no, I'm in
Yeah.
Vegas. It's like a different time zone. So
It's
I
only
woke up
2 o'clock
around like
here.
11 something. I was like, oh my gosh, here we go.
Well, Wiley, let me just give you these words of advice from a person who's done it. And I
Okay.
know that you're in the process of doing it now. I can't, I told you this already. I lived in Houston. I was in college in Bryan, Texas. Um, and I had a point where had a breaking point where I was over Texas. And so I don't want you. I want you to feel like a lot of people get scared of change, and they don't. They get scared of change, and they don't want to like evolve as a person because they're scared to like venture out of their normal life. from a person who lives in Texas, who went to California, right? I came here back in 2017 with a $7 and a dream in my pocket, and I was out here hustling, boots on the ground. I've lived in California, and I know how crazy expensive it is, and I know the things that you have to do to make to survive. But let me tell you something, Wiley. You can do anything that you put your mind to. If you want to move to Vegas and you want to get a job in Vegas and you want to put that lifestyle out there, all you gotta do is manifest that and keep the boots to the ground. Because at the end of the day, there's nothing that no one can tell you. They can't stop you, Wiley. They're already mad that they try to stop your videos all the time and take this down, take that. No, Wiley, they can't stop
Right.
you, and that's why they're mad. That's
Thank
why they're mad, because the man ain't gonna control you. But Wiley, you can do it. If I'm doing it right, and I'm just not getting to a point where wow, my life is starting to get better, my career is flourishing, I'm getting more popularity now. If I can do it, Wiley, you can definitely do it.
Yeah, I believe that. I manifest that, and you can't rush the time because for me, I love to, that's the human nature. I want it fast, but like you did everything. You're not gonna get no call like immediately and
Right.
everything. I believe tomorrow the door is gonna, or today the door is gonna open. I believe the door is gonna open. But I just thank God for this platform to be able to talk to you from California and talking to and y'all post where y'all watch it from. Talk to people across the country to share this. And this is what makes my platform different. This is not just a celebrity show. This is
Right.
a real show
It
because
is.
I represent as many Americans that are suffering or feeling the financial strain of this so-called inflation.
I
But I
agree.
don't like to say inflation. I call it corporate greed because
Mhm.
they call it inflation. Baby, they can bring down the cost. But because they know ain't nowhere else you can go, either
Right.
you do this, you know what I'm saying? Because we control it, the corporate, they control the market. So they know the rent high here is going to be high there. And people talk about the high rent in California and New
It
York,
is very
etc.
high.
But the rent is going up all at every place. And now, unless you're in West Virginia and all of that, yeah, those places are got low cost living now. But just like Texas was low cost living.
Yeah.
But what happened? People from California migrated from New York. All the people from Chicago start coming in. What did they do in Texas? They start building and building and building, and they jack the rent up. Now the rent in Texas and Houston is still cheaper compared to New York and California. But in
Right.
the next 5 to 6 years,
It won't be.
it won't be. And that's the sad part about it. It's a lot of people in Texas, they feeling the blunt of it because they're not used to paying for that high rent. Because I remember, that little one bedroom I had, but now it's going up. It's time to renew. So it's not
Right.
gonna go down. So that's just one of the drawbacks of renting. It don't go down. It go up, 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 up. There is no cap, and then let's be clear. Let's talk about affordable housing because people say, "Oh, go to affordable." Do you know the complex to even get on the waiting list to get affordable housing, especially when you are a single man? I don't know about you, Zaydon, but being a single man, we're not in the forefront of getting anything from the government unless you have a mother with children. Unfortunately, I believe it's unfair because I feel like we put much in the tax system as anybody else. You know what I'm saying? But we're not at the priority of government interest. Even mothers that have children are, in some cases, are not at the priority of getting into affordable housing. Look at Chicago with the migrants and all that type of
Well,
stuff.
Wiley, let me say this before I lose my train of thought.
Go ahead.
I think you're absolutely right. And there's no affordable housing, but I also have to look at
That's true.
where you live. Let me say something. One thing I've known about California is even though it's a democratic state and they may be controlled and ran terribly, they do give back money to the people.
That's
There's a
did they give
guy.
that like millions? Did California? No, that wasn't in
I
California.
don't know about the millions, but I know for a fact. Well, if you came to California, like your life would wait. First of all,
Oh no,
people get
I don't know about that.
people.
Let me
Riley,
see.
look at Armand Wiggins. Where was Armand? Where was Armand living when he went to before he went to Foxo? He was downtown near L.A. where
But he
everything was
also,
popping.
but he had, but the thing about it is, and that's true, and I'm glad you put it right there. Vegas, the closer I'm getting to California is Vegas, but I don't know. because again, Zayda, I don't know what opportunity it
I
is
know.
about that, but I don't see myself in California. I don't see
At
myself.
least, okay. I think that before you judge California, because I know you like to judge New York.
I don't want to judge
I,
it. I don't.
I think you should come and visit, right?
I come and visit when I
Just
say I come
and when
from.
you came to Vegas, you can come to LA, Wiley,
Of
and
course, I'm gonna come. I'm gonna come.
see
Don't
for
get me wrong.
yourself because
Don't,
it's hard for me to explain LA to someone who doesn't live in California. And so, because I can explain Texas to you because I've lived in Texas for
yeah,
3 years.
but
I can't tell you
you know,
about Chicago because I've never been there. But
I'll,
you
I'm,
have
you know,
to come and
I'm gonna
see.
apply. I'm gonna see about. We'll talk offline about California, but California is very expensive.
It is
And don't get me wrong, but don't get me wrong though. I would love. Funny you said that. You know, I'm gonna say this. I am purpose. Whatever God want me to be,
manifest that,
I
believe
will
that.
be. But I know for a fact that this is only temporary. I know for a fact that greater doors going to open up, and us just talking about it is inspiring someone to move and to shake and to do things. But I thank God that I'm not like on the street or
Right. There's a
it
lot of
was
people that's
when I
homeless.
was on the bus, I was in Las Vegas, right? And Las Vegas dealing with a homeless crisis too. I can tell, I can see it. Um, and so it was this black woman on the bus, right? She had her little walker. Um, you had your little walker, right? The lady, and I can tell she's sleeping. And I'm looking, and I said, "Wow, now you complain about what you're going through, but you going, and that woman will love to probably have the life that you have. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you're not on a walker, you ain't got to
Right.
sleep on the bus. So for that, it humbled me to not to be ungrateful, to
Right.
be grateful for what I do have.
You
But
have to do.
I'm manifesting for something greater to be in a position to use my influence to bring awareness to that issue because I'm passionate
Absolutely.
to that issue. You know what I'm saying? Because clearly, when you see on my show, we do drag, we talk about blah blah blah, but we do get real serious,
No,
and
we do.
and
I get that.
we do talk about public policy, etc. But me going through this is it's inspiring. It's an inspiration for the people, and I'm still entertaining y'all. And I will never forget it, man. Speaking about it, like when you talked about different ones moved to California and different ones move there and doing incredible things. And that's how I was like, oh, Vegas is place. And the reason why I thought about Vegas because I came here a couple of times and Bruce was like, oh, you come stay here and blah blah blah. I was like, okay, let me see. You know what I'm saying? Because I paid my last month's rent for the place I'm at now, and it was like, well, you got 2 months to give us if you gonna live. I'm like,
Right.
child, that's it. You, baby, I completed every single month. You could say whatever, and I never was
Right.
late.
But I'm
But I
out.
knew okay, Zaydon, but I knew with that new renewal fee, if something
Yeah.
didn't change within the time in Texas, I wouldn't be able to afford that because that rent was like, whoo.
Right.
Like it's going up in Texas, and I'm not gagging, but I'm gagging. I'm like,
Right.
wow, like
It's
for this little
yeah.
little space, y'all want this amount of money, but they don't care. It's
And
it's
like you said, by politics, we need to give legislation
yeah, I have to check. Yeah,
to have rent control because I feel like these landlords just spiking up the price every single year, expecting us to come up with the money out of our pockets when we're already struggling ourselves.
because it's like even like I feel for people in California because people have to work and hustle so hard. Even like for like the people like the roommate that I have, they have to hustle so hard to afford what they have,
Right.
work full time, Uber and Lyft full time, and it's just like for myself, I'm like, man, I don't want to be like
Right.
that and don't enjoy what you have. What do it profit you to say you a homeowner and you can't even enjoy the home because you out working?
Right.
And on a home, it's only used for you to sleep for maybe a couple of maybe 3-4 hours. Then you back working and hard and stuff like that. I wouldn't mind doing that if you were vacationing a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And vacation a lot. I wouldn't mind that at all. But just working every day
It's not
and
worth it, Wiley.
it's not worth it. And then when you get sick, all that's down the drain because you ain't got. It's really sad because I was watching a video and this is for our elderly. Now, mind you, I'm 33. I'm not in my 60s, but the elderly, they got to get roommates
Right.
because their income is so strained. And one lady said, I retired I retired early and she had to get roommate. Now, thank God she had all the extra rooms where she could rent it out to like college students and stuff like that. But there are some elderly people that's on the street because
Right.
they can't afford, you know what I'm saying? They fixed income. If you're on a fixed income, that income doesn't change. It ain't like when you're on Social Security. Like say for instance, Social Security, right? If you have an apartment, your rent go up to $1,300.
Right.
Okay, Social Security give you a check. Okay, ma'am, it's 1,300, so we'll give you a check 1,800. Social Security don't work like that. They give you that same amount,
Right.
and they
And
give
let
you
me
little bitty raises a month, a year, little bitty raises.
and let me just say this while before I forget about this.
Go ahead, no,
A
go
lot of
ahead.
people in California, they get a lot of opportunities that other people don't get. Right. I knew they get okay. First of all, I'm not Section 8, but Section 8, they have a lot of people in California on Section 8. People that rent on Section 8 is like $25, can't even make their payment of $25 a month to get their rent paid before they gets like removed. I met a guy the other day. He was saying, "I'm back in the shelter with my girl, and I'm waiting for her to get back on Section 8 again." And one thing about California is that it's easy to get on, especially if you have a disability. If you was in a shelter in here for like literally 2 months, Wiley, you'll be out by the third month, and you'll have a Section 8 voucher somewhere over in LA somewhere, and your rent probably be like $50 a month.
Oh my
Literally.
god,
Literally, there's people. There are
I know that.
opportunities.
I,
People
I,
are
I,
not taking advantage of it, and they are just wandering away. And the thing is, it's easy to get Section 8, but it's harder to get it back once you lose it. Now,
yeah,
I'm not saying like if Section 8 is all in to be all, but I'm saying you have to find ways to get creative, and also too like roommates. Knowing someone in Vegas is a way to get your foot in the door, right? It's a way to get to know the city and be around the people. Because honestly, when I moved to California, I had family, and if I didn't have my family to rely on when I first moved to California, I wouldn't have made it, Wiley. I'd been cracked down the street. I would be
oh
on
yeah.
drugs.
I think that's like a great. I like speaking about that. That's a great idea, but I'm not gonna do that option. Um, not say I'm too good not to do it, but I'm not in that.
No, no, no. I'm not saying for you to do it. I'm just saying
I know people that is an option
people
people
they
have,
are they,
but
they don't.
there's no way. Oh
I
my
wish I had it, but I don't. I live in Hollywood where the rent is ridiculously expensive, but also too like
because to me, honestly, you should not have to go sit in no shelter
right.
to get those. That's how effed up the system is. Like, if you struggling, why should you have to sit in a shelter? Why not just help the person without them going to the shelter and just give it to them? This is what how confusing and messed up our system is, and and I'm not gonna do that. Could you imagine me doing that? Imagine
No.
the amount of videos that people will make. It will be they'll be reporting me to the shelter. He's doing it for fraud to get on Section 8. Like, do you imagine? I'm not.
No,
You
no,
know
no,
what I'm
no,
saying?
no,
It's gonna be
no.
some girls in that shelter while he's in the shelter, and that's in our mind with his backyard. Can you imagine me in the shelter?
No, no, no. Why? I'm not saying you go to the shelter. I'm
I mean,
just giving
I'm
an
just saying,
example
like,
of people
Armand,
not doing.
they will have
Yeah,
a field day with the stress of me getting dogged. That
right.
would be a lot of clicks and views. So that would be a lot of clicks and views because
That will be, and let me say something. You will be at Armand's apartment, right? Downstairs. I got the camera in the back. We're gonna get some good footage. We're gonna get him and his boyfriend, right? We're gonna see if the boyfriend cheating or not, right? We're gonna
you
follow
ain't
the
about to get me.
boyfriend.
You ain't about to get me trapped because even me talking about that, you ain't about to get that will be some greater entertainment, but no, and I'm so glad that I'm not there. There will be oozing of videos of Wiley in the shelter, me on skid row, pushing a sharpened cart. They will drag me. They will dog me out, and then that's when deny and all. You gotta understand
Yeah, a lot of people
all the people that
they
can't
live in LA.
stand Wiley will use, and that will be some great content
It will
to
be.
dog. But but no, I thank God that I'm not there to be doing that because that is an option. But no,
No, but
that's,
also too, like rooms for looking for roommates. Rooms you have to start off somewhere, right?
oh no, no, that's how I
You have
say
to
I
start
rent
somewhere.
out somebody's room. Like I
Yeah, that
do that option. Yeah.
yeah, now that's nice. You can get a nice little person who's looking for a nice person.
Oh,
You
they
also
want to see you to
find
a
a nice.
shelter. They will give you a hotel voucher or a share housing.
They
Okay.
do. They have done that before to people already too. They once they run out of places to put you in, they'll give you a hotel voucher. So you'll stay at the hotel until you get approved for Section 8. But
Oh yeah,
it's a whole process. It's a whole
that's a
process.
great option, but you know, I'm not I'm not even gonna say I'm not gonna do that. Wow, I never thought about. Let me say this: I never thought about that. And right now, my enemies they're looking and they're gagging.
Right.
Like I could just see it now. Wally moving to California to get on Section 8.
Right, right. While they get section, the headlines. Tasha K gonna be talking about it on her app. But Riley, let me just say this. I forget to say what it is, and someone in the chat correct me if I'm wrong. A mate, what is the word saying? Taking a step back is a major comeback. I forget what that saying is. Maybe you can remind me what you
I
know.
don't know what to say, but I like what you said. It is a step back is a major comeback. Like the comeback
Right,
story is amazing, and I don't want people. I believe it's very amazing. I'm in a transitional mode of my life. This is something different, but thank God that I'm staying with someone, and you know what I'm saying. Well, let me hold on because I don't know if I'm
right,
gonna be here. I'm gonna see about the job because I still have the place in Texas. That's so I'm
right.
like, okay,
Obligations. Yeah,
yeah, so I'm gonna just see. I'm like, okay, today. That's how I didn't bring nothing. The only thing I brought was
yeah.
my laptop and and a little carry on. I said, let me just see, and then we'll know by this week. I will know something
Well, while I
tomorrow.
hope that you get it, and I'm gonna pray tonight, and
And
hope.
then if I get, I was like, oh my god, because I love. Don't get me wrong, because I am so close to. I'm in the West Coast. Like
Yeah,
and like because my roommate I think somebody said what they say they took somebody to California on an Uber ride like because they took somebody to California.
really.
I'm like,
I'm gonna do
yeah,
the cat.
that was a nice little nasty coin. I'm like, what? I didn't know you could do that on Uber.
You
Like took
can.
and I'm just gagged because I'm like, golly, like I am next to like LA and then like many people. And it's funny, I'm gonna be funny, y'all. I'm gonna say this
Come
and
on,
I'm
Wally,
gonna be
bring it. Give it
see
to us.
Armand Wiggins bikini dance like in my mind. And when he was in that white bikini, and I just see that, and I'm one like, oh my gosh, like because someone sent it to me. I'm gonna be a little messy, you guys. But
Right.
somebody sent me the thing of his bikini, and I was like, I'm glad he's like living his life. And I said he looked nice. I wasn't like being shady or
Right.
being whatever. He was like really, really living his life. He had his little bikini dance, them little black look cupcakes was just flapping and stuff like that. And I didn't look at it like, oh my gosh, I want to smash. No, I'm just looking at how free and liberated he
Yeah.
is to show his body or whatever. But somebody said this to me. I couldn't even be shady because I'm not in a shady. I can still be shady, but I'm not
Right.
gonna be shady because it wasn't nothing to be shady. But it was really good because he was like living his best life. And so then in my mind, I was like, when you hear the voice in your head, now Wiley, you got you a red jock stripe. You should be out there twerking and posting it on your ex account. Uh,
Right.
y'all ain't about to give me say he only doing it because Armand showed up in his bikini.
But Wally, that's one thing about California liberation. Is
Yeah,
go
I
out,
saw it.
go out. Let me say something. The Pride is next week in California. Shout out to all the Pride people. Zaydon gonna be out in full force. Okay, I'm gonna be out in the streets. I'm gonna be out and about. Yeah, even though I'm in a complicated new relationship. I want to be out and about, and I might run into Armand. I might run into Christopher Milan. I might run into fucking Jason Lee. So it's
Yeah,
about
because like Jason, because I do, and another reason why I like to be close to here because I do want to go to Stockton, California, to interview Jason to talk because he don't think I'm coming. He don't think I'm coming because they never see me step foot in the state of
right.
California ever in life. So, but I do want to go because he's so close to winning because he announced on Bingo that he's not going to be on Bingo anymore because he's going to be a city council member And then also he just struck a deal with Zeus to host the
Yeah,
Hollywood.
Halloween Impact.
So is you
I
going to
saw
be
it.
performing Zaydon at the award show?
Am I gonna be performing at the award show this
Yeah,
year?
Zeus. Are you gonna? Are they
I,
gonna allow you to perform?
well, I don't know about at Zeus or not, but I do know I'm interning for the BET Awards next month with Too Hot Radio. So Lil Meese from BMF is gonna be there, so I'm gonna be performing on that shows. But not only that, I'm gonna
Yes.
be judging some of the new artists that come in and just giving them feedback on what they can do to help build their career and build their brand. Because a lot of people out here putting out music, but you're not making no money from your music that's being streamed, or you're not making no profit. But let me just say this before I let you go. I do think that Jason Lee might win city council because he has a big fan base. I don't know if I'm going to vote for him or not. Probably not. But I know that he is working out there towards that way because he is working with Zeus, and that whole thing is happening. So, but I don't know. He might win. I don't know if he's going to win, but he might win, and he might, change the trajectory
You
of.
should sing. Can you sing like a cappella one of your songs so people know that your song is out there?
Right now, I'm intoxicated talking to you. I'm
Oh,
hearing
really?
my voice. I'm drinking some wine right now. I just jumped on because I
Oh,
can't.
oh,
I
I'm glad.
can't lie.
I'm glad that you jumped on and showing love.
But Falling in Love is out now. It's streaming on all platforms. But you guys go listen
So
to it.
how did I get falling in love on? It's on Spotify
It's on Spotify, Apple Music, Dresler, YouTube, all 58 platforms.
and falling in love, and it's so got your name Zaydon.
Zaydon featuring Bemo, produced by Natalia, label Block One Records. So that's just the first song that I'm putting out. Also, there's more to follow. I have some other big news coming in soon about my trademark. So that's gonna be finalized soon. So yeah, but just stay
Zaydon.
tuned. Yeah, falling in love. But
Because I'm
I just
trying to
want
find because there's so many Zaydons on here.
that's the reason why you have to make sure your trademark is up to date. Because as soon as my trademark finalizes, I'm gonna go and send out cease and desist to all these music platforms and have them erase all the information associated with any recording as far as me owning the trademark to Zaydon.
Yeah,
You see,
because I see it right now. Falling in love
but
with
Falling in Love
BM.
is out. It's streaming. Currently has over 15,000 views on YouTube. Streaming all platforms. I'm actually starting to see revenue from the song. Come on my what do you call it? I guess you can call it analytics. So some money. I'm starting to see like some profit coming in. It's not a lot, but it's just enough to make me feel like okay, keep going, right? Don't give up your hopes and dreams. So
Don't
why
give
let
up.
me just say this before I jump off the air because I'm starting to get intoxicated. Don't give up on your dreams. Keep moving and striving to be successful because you can make it. And don't tell people no but what you can't do. Yeah, you're on the West Coast right now. You're just venturing out slowly, California. And next thing you know, help. You might be like, okay, Wiley, what you doing? Come to California right now. I got an Airbnb, whatever. Come through, just so you can experience California and you can decide for yourself. If it's a place that you might want to, live one day. I love
Okay,
California. I don't think I
that
will,
that would be a gag.
but
Wait,
yeah.
I'm just thinking about
Like,
it.
imagine us outside Armand's building. Imagine us. I call you. I get the address where Armand's building is, where he moves, and we outside the building. Some industrial thing to get us around the
Wait.
top. We got
I
some
am
of
not.
those.
Let me put a legal note. I am not gonna be outside nobody's building because you already know these people gonna take that because they already think I moved to Vegas or to stalk Armand. Now, Claire, correct me if I'm wrong. He live in California, so how could I stalk
Right.
somebody and I'm
I live
in
in another
Vegas?
state. I'm still. I also want to come to the wedding. Where's Nate 702? Where? How are things going with y'all? Like, are y'all still together? Are y'all
We
still?
are
What's the
we
current status of
are
that?
we are still
I
in
know
the
you
air.
said, "Oh, when we together, we together. When we're not together, then I'm single." So,
Yeah. But I still love man. I love him.
no, me too,
I
me
know
too.
he's watching. He was
Hey
beautiful.
Nate, shout out to Nate 702. What you up, Nate? Two? What you been to?
He's attractive. He's cooking. I love it. But y'all, make sure y'all go stream Zaydon music.
Thank you,
Um,
Ollie.
with a great person. I've never did a live at like I'm up because I literally slept. It's 12:40, y'all.
12:40 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
It's 12:40 a.m.
Mm-hmm. I gotta get used to that. Like, cause
Right,
the rest of the country is just
right.
they in their bonnets and Vegas and the thing about Vegas, it's something to do every night.
Every night, Riley. But don't get too caught up in Sin City,
I
right?
don't get caught up in it because number one,
Gambling and doing crazy stuff. Don't like
no, like, cause that's not me. Like when I came to visit, like I got that all out of my system. I got
right,
the experience of going to the casino. I got the experience of going to the clubs. I got the experience from that. Cause like when you off the strip, you don't think. For me, I don't think about it.
right.
When you on the strip, you gonna find
But you're gonna find what you're looking for or what you're not looking for.
or what you're not. Cause and let me tell y'all also too, it's some good looking men here in Vegas. Oh my God, they're dusty looking, but I like the dusty, dirty looking trade.
Is it hot
Like
right now in Vegas, or is it still hot outside right now? When you
it's hot. Like I don't. Anyway, it was hot when I got off the plane. So I was walking right because I'm trying to get to the house, and I didn't want nobody to come pick me up because I want to experience. I know I'm not going to have a ride every day.
right,
So I got out, get on the bus, and one thing I like about Vegas is like y'all public transit is really good. It's not like Texas. So I that's an A1 for a person that don't have a car.
right.
Vegas is great because their public transit is for what I've seen is great because on the major streets it's a bus coming on every
Every
different
corner. It's
direction.
like LA transit everywhere.
So I love that because Texas is not that advanced. Baby, you get on one bus and you have to walk maybe an hour. And if they had another bus to go right down the street,
Right.
they're not like that advanced and take. But so that's one of the things here is so great, and because of it's so great. So when I got on the bus and I saw this dude, he had like 2 cell phones. You could just tell he wasn't up to no good, but he was
Right.
looking child. And I'm not even a mole or like firm, but when I get through this hump, I'm gonna be getting into some things, man, because like that's Vegas, and then of course I'm gonna be get on the road, going to LA, to experience LA because I do want to go and experience
You
that
will,
culture,
Wiley. You have
and I do want to meet Jason Lee. I do want to meet Armand Wiggins. Like these are like people I do want to meet,
favorite celebrity.
and this is something Zaydon. Like honestly, I've never met Armand before in my life. I never met him.
I know, and that's crazy because I know I've seen the old videos with you and him on live together back when you had your well you had a show, but back a long time ago, y'all been on live together, but y'all never actually been in the same room.
Never been in the same room, and the chemistry was just. And I want to meet. I want to meet the man, and I don't want to meet him around his because you know when people meet around their friends,
Right.
they pick on it. I want to meet him how I've known him by
Right.
himself. So because you get a different Armand versus him being by himself than him being with his boyfriend and his crew. Because
Right.
like people like me, when they get around that, they treat me different than versus when they by themselves. Because that's a form of insecurity. Because if you can't be you, show the love outside your crew and all that, you ain't real. But I know people. I'm being real. You know how to get around their friends. They try to act like they all that, but when you get them by themselves, they just as sweet. Because I know Armand is just as sweet. Because he's
Right. That would make him sick. If you were in the same room as Armand, that would make him so sick. Like, how did he
get it?
In the same room that I'm invited to? That would make him sick.
That will make him sick because he won't know. You know what I'm saying?
He would want to leave because the thing is, you have a big personality, and this is one little trick I learned. I'm gonna share with you. When you get in the room in any room, right? What you want to go start doing is scanning and see where one is and how and making connections, getting to know who's who and who's who. Some people are there to just party, and some people there have good connections. And when you hit the right connection, the doors will open up. So the fact is, Armand will be sick to his stomach, and Wiley were to come in the room, take over with his laughter, infection. People just
oh my God,
it will make him sick that he will want to leave.
He will be upset, especially when you get this will be the gag, and I don't want this to happen, but it could. You know, we just talking, I get opportunities and just looked up and get in a commercial or in a
Right,
movie.
right. It will make him sick.
That will make him sick, and the public will get because the public gonna be loud. Because one thing the public like is to give an underdog they
A
flowers.
fighting chance. Right.
They gonna be like Wiley in a movie. It's gonna spread like wildfire. Wiley on in a movie, especially if Wiley get on Zeus, because he always want to be on Zeus.
Right. And
You
you know that.
know us talking about this. He's watching right now. It's 12:45. I mean,
Oh yeah, I'm up right now. But
he's up.
he arguing with his boyfriend right now. They arguing.
It's really funny to me because I never thought I would be like this close, and everything. Like I never thought about that. But people's like, oh, he will gag if you go to California and take over and just thrive. But that's how I love it. Like to be close to that, and you having this conversation with me have just inspired me to do better and more.
Wiley, if I can do it, then you can do it.
I know I can because I
can do
remember
it,
when I came to Texas. When I came to Texas, I didn't have nothing.
Exactly.
I didn't have no money.
You didn't know nothing. You didn't have nothing. But you built from scratch there, and you survived.
I survived. So that's one thing about for the history. I am a survivor. I ain't gonna be so I can tell you that, like, you know what I'm saying. If you give me an opportunity, it is what it is.
Take it and run with it.
I'm gonna take it.
And
and
I can't say if I went to Chicago, I would survive because I'm scared of Chicago. And
I think like even because wow, I survived Chicago.
You're right, Wiley. You did.
And those some tough cities, you know.
Those are tough for you to get out alive and still be breathing.
Yeah, to be breathing, to really navigate that because you know how some people say I'm from Chicago, but they from Joliet or they from a suburban area. No, we was from Inglewood. We was like a couple of blocks away from O Block because when you think of O Block, that's 63rd Street. So we a couple of blocks away from all that activity. It's a member of my church, member of my uncle's church. Her son and Lil Dirt father will run the streets together. So that's how connected I am in the city. Well, and my mom was really close to him before he went to prison. Of course, he got out, but Lil Dirt is famous now, and he was like a little boy when his father and this person that my mom grew up with in church, they was top drug, they was running the streets and stuff like that. So that's why I'm like, you never know who, and I survived that because Chicago was very. Oh yeah, I didn't know how bad Chicago was because I was living in the city. Like people that live in the city, we know it's bad, but that's not on the conversation. Because when I get done with Chicago, we talk about Chicago, okay, but we in the city. But when I got out of Chicago and when I went back, I was like, oh, okay, I'm more hyper aware of how bad it is. But it's not that bad because if I had to go back to Chicago, I would go back because you'll know how to survive and all that type of stuff and all that. The reason a lot of people really get harmed in Chicago because they're in the wrong place, shouldn't be there. A lot of gang activity. Yes, it's people that's getting robbed, but you have to be hyper. Get what you going. Don't be sitting in cars. Like you really have so many rules and you're hyper aware. But I survived. Why can I believe that? Like I survived that city. That's on my resume. I cannot believe like Texas, Chicago, then Virginia. I spent a lot of time in Virginia, then Texas, and then now Vegas. Like, wow. I just didn't think I would be going to all these places. And I never visited California. Definitely going to have to visit LA.
You will, Wiley.
And now I have a show, so I can really take the show to the next level. And man, this was so good, Zaydon. I'm surprised you came on the show. What?
I wasn't gonna come on because you wasn't talking about no topics. I showed Miss a couple episodes where I want to come on and drag some folks.
Yeah, like we're gonna talk about the topics later on the day. But I got in yesterday from Vegas, and I said, you know what? It was like a business. I'm up there getting water and stuff like that, and I ate a little Burger King because I was so hungry. I said, well, why let me eat? Because usually I don't eat when I'm stressed. I don't, and that's not good because I don't want to be bones and bones and bones. So I was like, well, let me go. And this is why I know how to handle stresses now because I went to sleep. I was like, nothing you can change, baby. Listen, Wiley.
Right.
We'll tackle the next day. You cannot try to overstimulate yourself with all you can't change it in this one that you just got to Vegas a couple of hours. You ain't gonna get like this. So I was like, okay.
Right. And life is gonna be life and no matter what.
Life is gonna be life no matter what. So I had got an air mattress, right? And I went to sleep. And when I got in that bed, and then I said, okay, let me get up and let me put the thing up. And they had like a little desk here for me to put like my laptop. Like this person really want me to be here because I got the little desk here for the show and everything. I was like, okay.
Right.
So
They
and
love
all that.
for you. But let me ask you this while before I forget. Are you trying to do nursing in Vegas or are you trying to
It's whatever. Like it's to either do that
the door?
or anything like working in the clubs, being secure. I'm trying to do whatever it is because I have worked in so many different. I didn't just do like CNA. Like many people know me for that, but I did janitorial stuff. I did customer service stuff. I did so much restaurant stuff. So whoever calls me, say now, let me say this. And the public transit can get me there, I will be there.
Right.
Just know that because I don't put options on there and be like, oh, you do this. Whoever calls me on tomorrow, and I believe this phone, let me take it off. Do not disturb.
And the pay is good.
If the pay is good, okay. Definitely gonna do that. If the pay is okay, I definitely gonna hold on. I gotta take this off. Do not disturb. I got my phone on do not disturb. I don't even know. Okay.
And they got good Wi-Fi too, wherever you at. Because they haven't glitched down one time.
Oh yeah. Oh, they have good Wi-Fi. Praise the Lord. Because we cannot have no Claudia.
Right. Let me tell you, I got Spectrum, the highest grid, the highest gig possible. Because
I'll turn off do not disturb. Okay, I had to turn off do not because I had put my phone on do not disturb because when it was affecting my sleep because I get so many notifications from Bingo. Because when you're a blogger, you got to keep up what's going on in the world.
Well, so let me ask you this: you said Jason was on Bingo recently?
Yeah, he was on Bingo. I could tell you when. And they'll have to been like
because last night
day before yesterday.
He said he wasn't going back to Bingo because
he was on Bingo
with Mother Tech.
He was on Bingo. He said he's on Bingo because.
And he dissolved his whole Locke's family. He dissolved the whole family. So I don't know why he's taking a step back. If you, Jason Lee, if you're gonna move forward, if you're gonna be a politician, and you want to be there for the people, other people, don't go back to going in the same doghouse in the same dog area that you used to been in. Don't go back to Bigo because that didn't help you at all. Bigo did not help him not one bit. It actually devalued and lowered his brand.
So he didn't make money on Bingo?
No, I'm not saying. I'm saying, okay, yeah, he's making money, but how far does that money get you when your reputation gets put out on the line, right? Now you're on lawsuits with Mother's Hale, Bigo, and you're doing all this drama and everything is getting exposed. And for what? What, 10,000, 15,000 beans? What they was doing on Bigo? No disrespect to Bigo because I'm not on Bigo, but I'm not going to sit on Bigo all day arguing with people that I don't know, right? Giving them all my energy to argue to get beans and dragons and dungeons and whatever. What else did Nikki say with Dungeons and Dragons? I don't know, but that's not going to be me. Can't do it. I'm not going to sit there. It's toxic. Bigo is toxic, and the reason why he left because he was in the whole lawsuit. Now he's back on Bigo. It's a bad look. It's a wrap, homeboy. It's better you just go back to just doing the whole politician thing because at the end of the day, Bigo is not going to make you. It ain't. It's sad to say.
Wow.
It's sad to say. All right, Roddy, let me get off this live and let you get back to your show. But no, I just wanted to come on real fast and say hello to you. I'm up late right now. As you can see, I'm a night owl. So I'm a moon child because I was born that night. But no, I just want to say keep going, Wiley. Even though you got to take a steps back to move forward, the progress you're making now will only prevail in the end. Because 1 year from now, you're gonna be like, dang, I can't believe I have my own apartment in Vegas now and I'm moving in. Like, it's going to change. Everyone right now is struggling, including myself. But I got 4 jobs that I constantly have to stay on to keep afloat in California because it is expensive. But don't give up, Wiley. And I do have faith and believe that you will make it to wherever you're trying to get to in life, as long as you keep dedicated and you stay focused.
Oh yeah, most definitely gonna do that. Y'all, thank y'all thank you so much, Zaydon, for coming
Bye,
on.
Wiley.
Bye bye. Yes. Um. Well, that was amazing. Amen. 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 And it's gonna. And I'm in a different vibe, so we'll be out here going live. All right, y'all. Um. What else more I could do? Thank y'all so very much. Any questions for me? But a lot of politicians are doing social media after the food, so it all depends. Yes, they're acting the food. Thank y'all. Anybody else got something for me? God bless you. Anybody else? That's it. That's it. Yeah, it's still early for me. Hey man, it's oozing with positivity. Yes, that's all I can do, man. Yeah, I gotta definitely adjust to the new sleep schedule. Definitely. What? I cannot believe it's 3 something. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Oh my god. It's 4 a.m. I'm gagging. Yes. Oh my gosh. On the apps of and I'm not even on the app here. Let me actually get off these apps because somebody gonna be like, "Well, I see Wiley on the apps." Because I already know how they be. My friend said you should do an OnlyFans. I thought about it. I think we get new music release at 9 p.m. Most definitely. Let me call this person. Is he on the West Coast?
The subscriber you have. The subscriber.
What? It's a real OnlyFans game. We could do be no filters. Wow. Okay, AW in the building. AW in the building. All right. This was fun. I'm gonna go ahead on. They said collab with Castro's. Really? Is he? Is he here? Wait a minute. I didn't know he was here. And I did forget about the list. It's just you have a lot of blogs on radio content. I have to go through the ooze episode. Yeah, I had a lot of great episodes on there. I'm gonna let y'all go sleep. I don't know what made me come live this early because I had got up. I should have brought my gummy to take to go back to sleep, but I slept. Child, I slept. Oh, okay. Y'all not complaining. Y'all not complaining. Love y'all so much. Y'all say y'all not complaining. Oh my God. Shout out to Soldier Girl. Shout out to For a Step Away. Did you mention me? Yes, I did mention you, Person. Shout out to Person. Shout out to Person again for $20. Shout out to Person again. I can't comment for some reason. Person, if you in here, you can comment. The person, shout out to Soldier Girl for the $25 donation. Oh my God, I didn't even check this. Thank y'all so very much. Wow. I didn't even check that. Okay, who is this backstage? Who are you backstage?
What up,
Hello.
What up, though?
Who are you?
Amy S.
Amy S. What's up?
Oh, nothing. I see that you are live. It's 4:04 on the East Coast or Eastern Standard Time.
Yes, ma'am.
So I just thought I wake it up a little bit and say, "What up, though?"
What up, though? What do you want to wake it up for?
I just wanted to see what you had going on.
Well, as of right now, in Vegas. I want this to be my home. So that's all I was talking about. Wow. What part of the East Coast? You in New York?
Detroit.
Detroit. Wow. I love Detroit.
When last time you been to Detroit?
Well, I've never been to Detroit. My ex-boyfriend, he was a streetwalker in Detroit. Rico, he was a streetwalker in Detroit. I never been to Detroit because Detroit, y'all had y'all problems because it was
Like
a black woman.
Chicago?
She said they finding dead bodies in these buildings in Detroit when she was dragging the city of Detroit. Never been there, but I would love to go to the safe part of Detroit, the safe part.
Anyway, when are you moving to Vegas?
I'm here now.
Are you there permanently?
You know, we got a permanent job. Yeah, I think so too. Because I think I'd just be I'll be roommating, and everything like that. Yeah.
Did you move to be closer to Armand?
Oh no! Why do people keep believing that? No, I never. Armand was never on the my frequency about this decision. No, no,
How did
no.
Vegas get on your radar?
We did meet and greets in Vegas.
That was last month. You act like,
But we came to Vegas a couple of times though. You missed the thing. We
but you've
went.
been to Vegas before 2024, so
Yeah, and I thought about moving then, and you know, I'm like, but why not? I don't have any children. This is nothing about Armand Wiggins. If y'all believe that, I got a bridge in Baltimore to sell to you, and it still work
did you
because
just get tired of Texas? You couldn't run
it
into
wasn't that I got tired of Texas. I just think I exhausted my time in Texas.
Okay, so you've been applying for different positions out there?
I've been applying for a lot of positions, but what messed me up? I was applying for a position before I got here, and then I was getting interview requests, and I couldn't get here because you know it takes money to get on a flight. And blah,
Well,
blah,
they
blah.
got virtual, remote.
Most of them, they do like I did have phone interviews, but they still want to do an interview in person. Like most of these people, these recruiters will do phone interviews, right? But then you still got to do in person interview. But I'm here now, so I just got in yesterday. So
Well, speaking of Vegas, I noticed that you and Couture Bay, y'all didn't really post like that many pictures or stories on like your YouTube community tab.
we
Because
did. She did a whole story on her Instagram.
I said on your YouTube community tab.
Well, for me, I post a lot on my members only.
Oh, is that a hint?
Well, no, that's a hint that it was for members only content, but we post pictures and stuff like that. You should have been there. You didn't go. You didn't come.
I didn't come this go round, but hopefully, you know, it's like a tradition, an annual thing, and I can.
It will be.
Yeah, but because the only social media I have is YouTube, I don't have anything.
Oh, you don't have like Instagram and X and all that, but yeah, like on my YouTube, we post a lot of it on. We post a lot of it on members only, like all that stuff. Like we did interviews with people. It was all on members only.
Dang, it's like I would have wanted to, especially in promoting this meet and greet for next year, maybe drop like 1 or 2 videos.
I will, and the next one is going to be doing WrestleMania because I'm going to go to WrestleMania next year.
Is that February?
That's in April.
Oh, okay.
It's for 2 days, so it's going to be on that weekend, and you don't have to stay on the strip, you guys. You can stay off the strip, but you know what I'm saying? Because you could be in an Airbnb. It doesn't matter, but I'm going to be here, and for those, I'm doing that. It's a tradition because we did the year before last, we did last month, and then next year it's going to be a tradition to do it in Vegas because Vegas is a place where you can vacation, and then people that have children, like say, when you come with your husband and you're like, hey, babe, I'm gonna go hang with Wiley, and then y'all hang with me for an hour, and then y'all do a somewhat family event with your families and stuff like that. Because Vegas, they're even catering to children to do stuff. So, which is crazy.
Okay.
But because I don't think Vegas is a place for kids, but people have their kids. It was so many kids that when I was at the Circus, it was crazy.
And where did you stay?
What I stayed at the Circus, like the first time I came to Vegas, I stayed at the Palace Station. Then the other 2 times, all the Circus.
Okay.
Because I like that because I was like off like at the end of the strip, and then it was reasonable. It wasn't expensive, but a hotel that I will experience is the MGM because we met up at the MGM, and then that's how we was able to go to the Hakkasan nightclub. And it was lit. It was like another thing too is that I don't want to keep taking pictures and videos every time I go out. I just want to experience the moment. You know what I'm saying? Because I can still tell like it was a vibe. Uh, oh, they said circus for children, Wiley. It's okay. Because I'm like, I saw a lot of children there. Anyway, but when I went there to the Hakkasan nightclub, it was a vibe. And I didn't want to have to continue to pay, like take pictures and videos. I just want to enjoy the moment. It was a vibe, and you should have been there. It was a vibe. Like we went to brunch. We had a ball, and and um and I see why a lot of content creators don't want to do it because they may not get a lot of people to come out because again, we may have like 10 or 15 people throughout the weekend. That's fine. I just think like I love to have people to come see me, whether it's 1, 2, or 3.
Right. Sometimes it's not about the quantity, it's
about the
the
quality. And then, you know what I'm saying? How disrespectful that says you come from Detroit and I feel some type of way because 3,000 people didn't show up. It ain't 3,000 people watching me right now. So why would I be upset about that? They said, Wiley, go to Michael Jackson Experience. When I get the money, I go donate. Put the cash in and all that. I go.
If you have too many people, then you have to stand in line, and it just kind of
it's like because it's not there yet. Then eventually, when the Wiley show becomes so blah blah blah, we go on stage like me and Couture. We have an idea where we're gonna do like a live show on stage, and we sell tickets. And we thinking about doing it on the East Coast. To sell tickets and stuff like that. But that takes time and that takes resources. But that's an idea because I like her spirit, I like her drive, and I think it will be iconic. And if we pull it off, we will make history. Be like the first YouTubers under 100,000 subscribers combined. No, we don't even have it combined. The ones will have nowhere near 100,000. But to pull off a live show, that will be history making.
So what happened to the two ladies that,
Oh, two man and a lady. That's still going on. But again, you're dealing with people that they're not on salary. So you're dealing with people that whenever they volunteer in their time, like North Carolina Beat, I got on the phone with him. He told me why he can't do it. Kids out of school. So people schedule. It's all with people schedule. What's my sister name? I can't think of her name right now. Katie Talk 101. Me and her can do it because I know her off days and she actually live in Vegas. So we can do a video together and then I can get somebody else to do it and then we could do like that. So we just have to change around the dates. But it's all about getting the people that can consistently do the show. But that's been a struggle because, again, we're dealing with people that still work. Nobody's doing this on their free time. Everybody's is full-time employees, and yet they do blogging on the side. So their job that bringing in the most income is their first priority.
Oh, I thought like the baddest blogger did blogging like for a living. So,
he do, but he still have responsibilities outside of that.
Oh, I get it. But hey, switching gears, has you ever thought about covering like true crime content?
I did. I thought about covering true crime. I'm not necessarily not going to cover the Chicago stuff because some of the stuff my people is associated with some of the criminals. So it will not be none connected to Chicago. I had an idea of doing the Chicago gangs and talking about because I had like some inside information, but I didn't want to put some of my brothers. And brother called me. He told me to scrap that idea because I brought it to him because it was some cases I was going to talk to. And his people was. Anyway, I didn't want to do that because I want to.
But even some of the white cases, I just noticed that true crime is becoming like really popular and lucrative.
Oh yeah, they getting addicted to true crime stuff like that. Most definitely, and white folks took that market and people, especially from the UK. Like it's like funny you said that because I was watching about. It was a case in Vegas. It was this dancer that she got deleted, and her boyfriend deleted her, chopped her body up, and put it in a tote or whatever. And she had a performance to perform with Cisco, and they thought something was weird because I'm like, hold on, here she is, successful, woman. This happened back in 2009. So I had a light bulb just blinked in my head. I said, okay, this is something I can add on to the Wiley Show to talk about true crime stories in Vegas because talk about stuff that goes on in Vegas, and also show focus of stuff that goes on in Vegas. I think a lot of people, we talk about California with the homeless issue, but it's a lot of homeless and it's a lot of characters in Vegas. And shout out to the homeless people in Vegas, this part of Vegas I'm in, because there was some nice homeless people. One of the guys, he was white, he was homeless. He waved at me and I waved at him. He homeless, and I guess he probably thought I was homeless. And we just waved at each other. We gave a good homeless wave. But yeah, most definitely I would add that to the docket.
Okay, and lastly, I'm still trying to understand what do people see in wrestling when they know that it's fake?
Well, I think that the same thing y'all love about reality television and y'all watch it and most of it is fake. It's more scripted now. It's the story times, it's the entertainment factor. It's like, you know how you watch with your mom, I don't know, with your family, the stories like One Life to Live, All My Children. I like watching it. But the wrestlers, they put their bodies on the line. Like they really put they body. The average wrestler don't even live up to 40, don't even live past 40 because of the damage that it does, because it's a lot of physical work. Yes, it's scripted, but it's physical. You put a lot of things, but it's entertainment, and I love it. Just like with Sexy Red, I don't think people know how iconic it is to have Sexy Red. She was at NXT. Do y'all know how iconic that is? Whoever's on Sexy Red team is making that moolah, baby.
What is NXT or whatever?
NXT, like that's WWE, like that's a global platform. And if she's successful in it, and if let's just say she keep being successful in it, and she get a main event at WrestleMania, do you know how many doors going to open up for her? Skip the people in hip hop. You get a wrestling fan base, and if they love you, you're gonna be able to eat forever. Because they love, like when you're a diehard wrestling fan, you're gonna live forever. I love wrestling. I will never forget it when my mom boyfriend, her husband, best friend that she took and sleeping with him right now, he introduced us to wrestling, and I'm the only one in the family that kept watching it. I love the product. Shout out to Don, because he was like, wow, you have so much knowledge in wrestling. I didn't know I had it because I watched so much of it. I love it. And now, because how popular wrestling is becoming now, you can kind of like, it's not an embarrassment to say you've watched wrestling now, because it's fun. I love it. I cried when Cody, when he finished his story. I bawled, like tears was coming down my eyes, because he finally finished the story and he won a title, because his father, Dusty, never won a WWE like a championship. So it was it's something. You have to be a wrestling fan to understand. Of course, you're on the outside in, but you like Real Housewives of Atlanta. Most of that stuff is fake.
But the difference is people don't really get injured. People didn't lost their lives.
No, yeah, people have lost their lives, but I love it, man. I've have like, especially back in the day when they would have like the fireworks, or like when Kane would come out and make the noise. Like my mom took us to wrestling, and I will never forget it, in a moment in Chicago. And this is why it's important to spend time with your children, because we remember that moment. We was on the train. She was like, how long is it going to take us to get to the Allstate Arena? And they was telling us we was on the train as a family. And shout out to my baby brother. He couldn't make it. Said, I still owe you, baby brother. I know you're in prison right now, but I still owe you a wrestling event. Because I felt bad he couldn't go because he was sick. And so we all in the wrestling, we all as a family going there, because we was really wrestling. And so wrestling fans, and I love it. I would never get it that I went to Money in the Bank and I had a chair, and I'm over it that my mom took the chair. They broke my chair, but that was like a moment of history when I paid $300 some to get a ringside seat for Money in the Bank, and that was like years ago. And shout out to
you got to go again.
Yeah, I'm definitely go again. Like my goal is to, like, for like next year. This is like a goal of mine. Like, this will be a good gift. Producers, if y'all want to know what I want, is to have a ringside seat for WrestleMania. Like my producers got when I asked them, and this was very last minute. I was like, I want to go to WrestleMania. And it was like, you want to go? Go see if you can get a ticket. So they raised the money. Like people would cash up, and I went to WrestleMania, and I cried because I was able to experience Stone Cold Steve Austin come out and give Vince McMahon a stunner, and Stone Cold Stunner, and it was amazing to me because here I am getting a piece of my childhood as an adult, and I appreciate. And then I went to Raw again. At that time, I really enjoyed that moment of going outside and going to those events. I will never forget it, man. It was the best. I love wrestling. I feel like you just got to be a part of it to know it. You're not a wrestling fan, so it's kind of difficult. But it's the storytelling, it's the community. And Black
Who's your
people
favorite
love-
wrestler?
Huh?
Who's your favorite wrestler?
My favorite as of right now will be Randy Orton. Like Randy Orton is one of my favorite. Roman Reigns. And what Roman Reigns, I'm not more so a fan of his wrestling moves. I'm more so a fan of him on the mic. I'm acknowledge me, his style of the bloodline, like that whole swagger. The Uso brothers, like even though they broke up, I love them. Like I did so much. Even The Rock when he came back as the final boss, and that whole storyline was magic. It was a different energy in wrestling that I haven't seen in a long time. Like WWE is hot right now. It's a hot product. And I could talk about it on and on and on, but I love wrestling. I think like wrestling is my therapy. I didn't have much, but I could just remember us sitting down with my mom, and I'm so reminded of that. Man, we would sit down, we would watch like Unforgiven, like we would watch wrestling, like No Mercy, and all of those pay-per-views that pretty much don't even come on anymore because they changed, they got new ones now. But we would sit down, my mom recording on the VHS, and our next door neighbor, he would come over. Y'all know this stuff is fake. I already know who gonna win. This one's gonna win. They don't even win. Like, bro, you don't know. We didn't know because we just sat down as a family. It was no arguments. We all sit down as a family. I will never forget it. I was sitting in front of the television, and I remember when Vince McMahon installed Stephanie McMahon as to be the general manager of SmackDown. And me and my mom, we was upset. We didn't want her to get that position. And I just remember that. Like I can go back in my childhood. Wrestling was very, it was very vocal. It was in the house. And that's I can remember the good. Because I had a messed up childhood, but I can remember the good of the childhood too. And I'm like, that was the good days. That was the
wrestling was definitely that girl or that deal back in the 90s. Okay, so I guess my very, very last question is, do you still have your wrestling figurines that you?
No, we never had the money to buy any of that.
Okay.
I did when I got older. I did purchase like Roman Reigns like shirt, like the Bloodline shirt. I did purchase that, but that's a very expensive habit where we didn't have at that particular. One day I would have that disposable income, and I will have a room when my man cave. It will be like wrestling, like a wrestling ring. It will be like wrestling material. I would love to be a collector of items, of wrestling items and stuff. Like I would love to like a flat screen, like just playing all the great. And I would bring my homeboys over, and we would just watch the pay-per-views and stuff like that. Make what I'm saying, just have just smoke a blunt and just enjoy life.
Okay, well, it was good talking to you. I'm gonna have to chime in next go round too.
Yeah, like I'm just glad. What made you call in today? Because I'm so shocked. Because they were dragging you in the chat. They said you a spy, but you're not a spy. They said you a spy, that you need to become a member. One person said go to bed.
No, I just so happened to be up, and I was just flipping through channels, and I'm like, look who's on. And sometimes I don't be sure if it's an old video or a new video, because you know how you was posting old videos here and there. And so anyway,
because they telling you to go to bed. you don't know what you're talking about, red flag, you a spy. But you actually did really great. Because like, when the last time you watched the Wally Show live, like giving on the air with me? Have this your first time? I believe you came on before.
No, I was the very last time the baddest blogger was on Two Men and the lady I called in, and that's when you kept saying the white people.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then
Oh,
you
I was
tried
in
to
that era.
you tried to drag me and say something about your hair or something. I'm like, I turn on this camera right now.
Yeah,
Okay.
because in that era, and again, that's another thing on my wrestling background. I was being a heel, taking side of the white folks to pull a reaction. And see, you say why we like to watch wrestling, and when you in that character, you react.
Yeah, and like my ex-boyfriend, like he used to play, on YouTube you can figure out how to create your person to look exactly like you on a video game.
Really?
Like, so say you playing wrestling on a video game and you want you want to customize your wrestler to look exactly like you. Well, anyway, they have like YouTube channels that kind of show you, because like his person looked exactly like him, so he knew how to customize the hair, the outfit, the song he walked out to, all of that. So anyway, so that's just my connection to wrestling. But no, I just caught you live and I hadn't been seeing you, because it just depends on the topic. And I don't think you've been going live here a lot recently uh in relation to the topics that I'm interested in. So I just
What
chimed
top?
in.
Curious though, what topics are you um into?
Okay, well, let's say the opposite. Like, I think the other day you went live about Larry Reed. And because I had already mentioned the only social media I have is YouTube, it's like I'm not too versed on Larry Reed, outside of like he's a pastor that have allegations. So I just wasn't like running to click on that video because like I don't be checking for Larry Reed.
Okay, but who do you check for?
Like if you I don't want to admit this because it sounds bad, but it's a I don't want to say it's a guilty pleasure, but when you drag my homegirl Milagro, that be that tickle me because a lot of people can't. It's certain people that people can't get together and collect it, but others people know how to do it. So anyway, even though I like her commentary, it just tickled me when you give your opinion on her. But anything pop culture, like what happened with Nicki Minaj or whatever, just stuff that's like super popular. But if it's like a niche and you kind of got to be following the person to keep up with what happened last year, nobody got time for that.
Yeah, so I'm saying, so you said you like, if I were to talk about Milagro, okay, you giving me some ideas. Uh
But
and
like I
I
said,
anybody no, go ahead.
like the true crime, like true crime content, I watched that. Like it's a couple true crime content creators that like they have a schedule, like they post every Tuesday at 4 o'clock or whatever. So I just that's the ones I really watch, are the true crime, and yeah, the gossip channels here and there. It just depends on the topic.
So you said true crimes. Okay, I
Which what AW, now she around, but now she don't know what else to talk about. AW, what do you want me to talk about? Because he just asked me a specific question. He asked me what content do I consume, and I'm responding. But I mean, do you have a specific question, AW? Pooh. Um. So yeah, like I like exercise content. So what do you be watching besides like the gossip channels?
oh I watch a lot of political stuff. So I
Roland
really
Martin.
Roland, you are a fan, like Roland Martin, The View, anything political, like today they was doing closing remarks for Trump. Like I'm not the best like expert. I just like to watch because it's entertaining. But I also like true crime stuff too because I watch not the YouTuber stuff. I like to watch it on Hulu because I get tired of just because when I'm on YouTube, then I'm gonna get predicted to go live. I kind of like was watching. It was on Hulu. It was on Peacock. I was watching the crime stuff that happened in Sin City. I think Murders in Sin City or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I was watching that. I'm addicted to that, like cold cases. Like I like to watch that, and I was a huge fan of that. Like but right now I'm watching like FBI International on Peacock. I like to watch stuff like that. I love FBI stuff. I love CIA stuff. I love all that stuff.
Okay, so my very last comment, because it is 4:30 going on 5, we gotta get some rest. I just wanted to say, since you like politics, maybe that can be a segment that you add to your YouTube channel, like give like the highlights or like a summary for the week, like this is what happened, because a lot of people don't be wanting to keep up with that, but they still want to stay in the loop. They still want to be informed.
No,
So,
you right. You
so
right
consider.
about that.
Yeah.
Because like a lot of times someone said to me they don't keep up with it, and I'll be like, this is going on. They was like, but Wiley, you don't understand. We look at you as the news, like we get our news from you. And I will never forget it. I was at the airport, and you probably heard me share the story, but lady pulled out her phone and she was like, I got the news for you that Trina Braxton had passed.
Mm-hmm.
And I was shocked that I was the first one that told her that, or she was the first. She clicked on this platform and she found out. I was like, wow, that really made me. So like, you heard it here on the Wiley Show first.
Yeah, because people assume that, oh, since you got YouTube, you must be locked in with TikTok and Instagram, and it's like, no, some people just
Not
have
necessarily.
Yeah, so definitely consider like a mini political summary at the end of the week or whatever, and then even like the true crime stuff, that's in the news. Nothing where you like snitching on somebody or whatever, but yeah, so it was good talking to you. We have to do this again, same place, same time tomorrow.
Oh man, like when people they get mad at you, they trying to drag you.
Well, tell them that
They try. I don't know why they trying to drag you.
Cause they sleepy.
Okay, somebody said, "Oh, okay, welcome, Amber. Make sure to subscribe, become a member." Oh no, she's talking about. They said, "Back caller, we love you and your voice." Oh, AW being nice.
Okay, yeah, and they can, for future reference, you can always click the link and to chime in as well. So, duly noted for
They
next
said
time.
Amber said, "Cause you sound slow." She's trying to say you sound slow.
Well, it's 4:30 in the morning, and I don't want to be too loud, wake up the whole house. So I am trying to whisper, but anyway.
Because I'm like, why do they want you to be loud? Because it's early where you at.
What time is it where you at?
It's 1:34 where I'm at, but I slept and everything. Are you in a relationship and everything?
Let's just say I got friends.
You said you got what now?
I got friends.
Oh, so what do you mean you got friends? That means you get it in. You got friends. What about your friends who will blow your back? Who will? Okay. Sis, I'm with you. Wait a minute. So, are you a lesbian or are you straight?
I am strictly dickly.
Okay. What about your friend? Wait a minute. Don't get me started dancing. I'm in Vegas, child.
What you got for tomorrow? You don't have no Wednesday plans?
Oh yeah, content like for me. Okay, I'm gonna go to sleep. go to jobs, job hunting and everything. And yeah. And I'm back going live. Like, y'all will see me going live a lot today. You're going to see me going live a lot. Because when you're in a different city and different vibe, and I'm just excited. I got a little different type of excitement. Because at first I was feeling a little down. You know what I'm saying? I was
Why are you
feeling
feeling? Because you're not sure about your decision to move.
right. I'm just not. Is this what I need to do? Like, is I'm rushing and stuff like that? But because I completed my lease is done June 31st, and I paid like my rent my last month. I'm like, I still have up until June 31st, you guys, to make a decision to extend. So I'm just like, where do you want me to go, guy? Like, is it in Texas or in Vegas? Like, I don't know.
But that's smart. You testing it out in Vegas.
Yeah, I'm testing it out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if I'm getting another ticket to go back home, right? On Saturday, like, we wouldn't know. And I'm so glad I'm doing it in the week, and I've been applying and everything like that. And
so, when you say back home, you mean Texas, not Chicago?
Texas, not Chicago, like home, like Texas, like, you know what I'm saying? Because like Chicago, because I could go back home, but no, like, I love my mom. And that will be perfect. We all share the rent. We all help pay the mortgage stuff. But that's too toxic. And that's not even an option. And the thing about it is I didn't even tell my mom I made it to Vegas safe.
So is it cheaper to stay in Texas than it is in Chicago?
No, it's the same. Actually, it's still cheaper to be in Texas than Chicago, because when I try to move back to the place that I was, in quote unquote the hood, baby, them places almost up to $1,200, $1,300, $1,400 now.
They gentrified.
Baby, because it was on the South Shore, so it was on 77 24th Jeffrey. So I tried to go back to that same apartment, and it's so up there because it's so close to downtown. You know what I'm saying? Because I wanted to still be close to, like, you'll still be in the city and still be downtown. You go right across the street, take one bus, and you downtown. Like, where you gonna get that at? And I knew them white folks gonna get that area back, and that's next to the lakefront, because they don't even call it Lakeshore Drive. I'ma still call it Lakefront Drive. Who cares? Call it the Busobo, whatever y'all trying to change it to. Y'all so woke, it's still Lakeshore Drive. So being on Lakeshore Drive, and you like literally like you like downtown, that was an option. But the rent was like, child, for this to still be the hood, it's still expensive. They said, someone AW had a question. She said, quote, "Are you a seasoned woman?" Oh, talking about Amber. Okay, cool. What are you talking about with kids and music? They said, Wiley, ask her how she like her coffee.
AW got jokes. I actually don't drink coffee. I do enjoy tea, specifically green tea. That's healthy for you. Or just consuming hot liquids, even if it's just water. That's really healthy for you. I'm not a seasoned woman. I'm 36, and I don't know what the issue is. Like, if you got a problem, then just hit the link, and then you can chime in as well.
Why they up there? I don't understand, because like they coming at you so hard. I'm glad you had called in, because you made this show extend to 2 hours. So shout out to you, sis.
So you owe me my 2-hour fee then.
I love you. Ain't say the full 2 hours, but you show out here extended. Shout out to you, man. That is
Yeah,
amazing.
we're gonna have to do this more often.
I'm excited because you did not have to do that.
Yeah, no. So maybe tomorrow or whenever, as long as nobody take my profile picture, we can make this a regular thing, and I can just.
Why would people take your profile picture? People do that.
I mean, it's no big deal. I could just come on.
Are you beautiful?
Yeah, I am actually.
You are.
Yeah, but because my job, I don't.
Oh yeah, you don't want. I understand.
Yeah, like, it's probably my job probably got not even 5% Black people. So yeah. How tall is she? Is that the weirdest question ever? See, that's probably why I wouldn't come on camera. Cause like, why you gotta be weird? Like, just being weird. But anyway, so
Because
yeah.
why they
So
out there coming? They coming at you hard, trying to come at you hard.
what the people saying? What they?
They talk about no. I'm just saying because at first they was really coming at you hard earlier today,
I know
and
one
earlier
person said
in
I
the
was
broadcast.
rambling.
Yeah, because I'm like, when she asks a question, she's not a spy. You are a producer. You just want me to talk about other things. And how would I know? And I'm glad that you asked me that question. You was honest.
Yeah, I mean, cause some stuff I don't know the history about Larry Reed and all of that, and anybody about to
No,
research
that's
it.
true. That's true. Like that's so true. Like I have to like show like the history of that for you to be interested if we talk about it. But we don't mention it anymore because I'm over that Larry Reed piece. This is something new, do different type of content that we're gonna definitely do. But I thank you for keeping it real.
But like I said, like the true crime, the summaries about like at the end of the week what happened in politics this week, like little like basically like more informative, more educational, kind of. I mean, we can kiki too, but a combination of stuff.
They said somebody said you weird talking sounded like she was YouTube police.
How Sway? How do I sound like YouTube police? I ask all general questions. I ask, what's your favorite who your favorite wrestler? How's that YouTube police? AW, I think it's time for you to go to sleep. Good night. Good night,
And
AW.
that's what they're saying in the chat here. Wow.
Anyway, I mean, I definitely could have continued the conversation and asked more questions on various topics, but it's going on 5 o'clock. We can resume it later today or tomorrow.
Wow. They said she tried with these boring. You see what AEW said about you?
Well, we'll click the link, AW, and spice it up. Get it spicy.
uh, get it sexy. Get it sexy.
And you can't comment no more unless you drop in some money. But all right, see you later.
Look, wow, I cannot believe this sister came on. Y'all get mad at her. And she called in and was giving great suggestions. This is why people don't like calling in because they don't want to get dragged out of chat.
You're right. They just be so rude. Like,
he said that the topic that you had was boring topics.
well, hit the link and get it spicy. Spice it up, then, my nigga.
I don't understand why he said that about you. But you turning me on with that sassy attitude.
Let me find out that producers are just weird in general. Then I know something.
Yeah, pretty handsome. He laughed. We put laughing emojis.
All right, you gotta get to bed, and we gonna kick it again. So AW, you gotta remember me.
Wow, that is so. Oh, that is so like. Oh, look at the people. They show love. I'm happy you came on the show, sis, because you came on. You keeping it real.
Yeah, but you'll hear from me again. So Amy, all right,
Thank you.
all right, peace.
Peace. Get it sexy. Get it sexy. You a producer or you a weirdo? Oh wow. Someone said I see and hear too many things from YouTubers that are absolutely false to ever consider them my only source. You are something. Little black boy, you beautiful. Little black girl, you are enough. When times get hard, always remember to put God first. Good morning, What is it? Morning. Y'all is in this chat. Y'all is in this chat. Wait a minute. Can I? It's morning. Give me a second. Hold on 1 second, y'all. It's only 2 a.m. in the morning. Can I believe that? Okay, I'm getting tired now. Hey, y'all. Well, make sure y'all go check out the video. This was fun. We've been on here for 2 hours. I know y'all gonna get it later. So shout out to y'all. I'm gonna go. And they said Ubering and watching you. Oh, hey. Come bring me a donut. Oh man. Oh man. I want to go out. Hey, what a party at. The party at. Hey. Thank you. Where the party at? AW so let me go look for some true crime topics so I can prepare for my call tomorrow with the balls. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna hook up this cable. Oh. He said he got the cable hooked up. What is the thing? Oh wait, no! I should have did that. All right, can y'all hear me? Press 1 in the chat if y'all can hear me. I don't think I turned off the internet. Press 1. Can y'all hear me? Press 1. Can y'all hear me? Okay. I'm up here touching stuff in this thing. I'm trying to hook up the cable. Hey, this part got a DVD player? What? They got a DVD player? I don't know how to do this cable. I don't even know any other channels. What's CNN? What with Cox? I haven't had Cox in so long. Hold on, y'all. I could drop the link. I could drop the link. Oh, wait a minute. I'm trying to. Give me a second, you guys. Hold on, yeah. I'm trying to. I should have did this when this person was here. Ciao. It's keep being stuck. It's another yo. It's just stuck to one channel. Oh, wait. This ain't the. I'm on a different remote. Y'all, excuse me. Much love. Hey. I'm trying. Oh, somebody trying to call in? Hold on. Okay. Nobody called in. Hey, everybody. Mouth open in the middle of Tavia in the middle. Hey, y'all. Oh, there we go. Okay, okay. What channel does he have? Hold on. Everybody, my business. Oh, somebody in here wanna come on. Hello.
Hello.
Oh, hey, how you doing?
Hey, Wiley.
What's up?
What are you doing up this early/late?
Well, I'm in Vegas, so it's a different time schedule.
Oh, what's going on? Like 3 o'clock out there.
Yeah.
So, okay, are you moving
Oh,
to
2
Vegas
o'clock.
now?
2 o'clock.
So you didn't move to Vegas?
That's what it looks like.
Oh my goodness.
That's what it looks like. Are you excited for me?
I am excited for you because I thought you was gonna move back to Chicago.
Well, I thought about it, but child, that family, I need to stay far away from there. Hey, Dasha.
Uh, yeah. And I'm from the northwestern part of Indiana, so real close to Chicago from Gary. So yeah, I know it ain't nothing going on up there.
Yeah, no, I ain't gonna be doing that because being in Chicago is. I love. Don't get me wrong, I love my city.
Yeah, it's a lot to. I mean, depending on where you at, Chicago is cool, but if you ain't got nothing going on, it could be all bad for you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
How are you
I,
doing? Because it's been
I'm
a long
good. I'm nervous.
time
This
with
is my
y'all.
first time ever calling into anybody's show, so yeah. Thank you for having me.
No, no, sister. Thank you for being here.
Yeah. Dang. So you weren't scared to make that move? Cause I'm trying to make some moves too.
Well, outside that, of course, you get nervous when you somewhere. You know what I'm saying? You get super nervous.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, that's all I wanted. I
I,
just
I
wanted
get
to.
I get that I get that super nervous. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh man, I'm in a new city.
Yeah, I've been to Vegas one time, and I was literally only there for just a little while to see Usher, and I left the next day, and that was it.
Oh, you didn't like to see Usher?
I just went to see Usher,
I
and
went to see Usher too. It was good. It was very.
yeah, yeah, he did. Yeah, he put on a nice little show. I forgot how many hits he had, and it was still a whole bunch of songs that he had not performed.
Usher
Um,
is so attractive.
ain't he though? He fine.
Hmm. I love to be with an Usher. Okay,
Would you?
I would
Well,
do things with Usher.
I was gonna say if his residency, because I think his residency out there is over with. You probably could have ran into him and showed him a few things.
Man, I would have got some things in with Usher, but back in my
Oh,
day, man,
uh-uh.
that's a good looking man.
I don't know. He might be too short for me.
You think so?
Yeah, cause I'm pretty tall.
How tall are you?
I'm 5'10".
You said what now?
I'm 5'10".
Oh yeah, I'm 6'2". Wow. Are you
Yeah.
married?
No.
Really? Nobody wants to marry you because they want to climb that tall tree?
I mean, they trying to climb the tree, but they ain't trying to build the tree house up in the tree. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah, a
no,
lot of these dudes don't want to build a tree house.
they ain't trying to build a tree house. They just want to climb the tree, get a
They
couple
just want to
apples,
climb. They just want
and
to
leave.
climb the tree and don't want to bring the coins.
They would.
They don't want to bring the moolah.
Okay. Well, I mean, they gonna bring they bring the moolah. They just don't set up shop. That's all.
Oh yeah, keep it coming long term.
Yeah.
You
Mm.
you want a house and everything. You want them to do what they gotta do.
Yeah. Maybe I'll be like Vivica and get married when I turn 60. I don't know.
And Vivica, that nose, maybe that could have worked when she had that original nose. That plastic face.
Child, original nose, original cheeks, original
I
neck.
ain't trying to be shady, but that face.
She just, I don't know. And she used to be so fine in her prime in the 90s and early 2000s. I don't know.
Yeah, she would be fine.
That's okay. She's still fine. Everybody gonna age and look a little different. So
You better know it.
I ain't gonna go too hard on Vivica. I call her my young mama.
Oh wow! They said I'm going. Somebody said they going to Vegas in August for my birthday to see Chris Brown. AW said,
Chris Brown gonna be in Vegas?
uh-huh.
Ah.
They said, while you can't ask her how
That's
tall
how
she is,
tall she is. That's weird. I'm just saying for a friend.
they
Why?
said that's weird to ask her how tall she is.
That's weird
Well,
to ask her how tall she.
ask her what she is.
It's all good. We just talking.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So what's the topics? Should I speak on some topics or
No, it wasn't no
you
topic.
just
It was really me talking about Vegas, and I wasn't. I was talking about just doing a regular video, and y'all came on just talking. So, but yeah, but our topics show going to be later on today, you guys, and of course it'll be earlier for me. Again, it'll be earlier for me. So I just want to say that.
okay.
Thank you. And what other what topic do you want me to talk about?
Like right now or later?
No, I'm talking about like for later.
Oh, I don't know. It ain't really been a whole lot going
Ain't
on.
been a lot. Okay, because it's been kind of dry a little bit.
Yeah. It ain't yeah, it ain't been too much going on. You spoke on the bleach blonde, bad built, butch body lady.
Yeah, and I tried to give me a bleach bond built T-shirt, but yeah,
You
they went
tried to
on with
get
it.
it. Okay. Well, what you think about that? You think you thought that was a little ghetto? Because I watched it and I was just embarrassed for the
For
American
me
people.
personally, I won't necessarily say it was ghetto. I was saying, child, that's what we need in politics to make it interesting.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
Okay, it was just making
That's
it interesting. I didn't even know he was coming August the 3rd. Chris Brown is coming to Vegas. Wow.
yeah. I was no. Remember, that's what. Yeah.
Love you so much.
Okay.
This was amazing show. Really amazing. Uh, I'm gonna go get some sleep. I gotta get used to this new sleeping schedule here because I slept like a newborn baby yesterday.
Well, that's good. Let me hop off of here. Thank you for having me.
No, thank you for coming. Cause and make sure if you got any topics, you can always text me this number on the screen here. You can always text that number, or you can email me at wileyshow@gmail.com.
That's your real number.
Yeah, this well, it's not my personal number. It's the show number. Yeah,
Oh,
it,
okay. I'm getting
it,
ready
come,
to say
it
like,
comes to
dang.
my phone though. Yeah, all that stuff comes to my phone. Even if they have my
Oh,
real number, like the people have my real number because they be sending me Apple Pay sometimes. You know, you can have it,
oh,
child.
okay.
You say something out of pocket, I just block you, like because
Yeah.
the last time I was doxxed. Yeah, you know these people be
Oh,
really
damn.
doxxed. Yeah,
Oh my God.
yeah.
So are you okay? One more question. I'm gonna let you go. Are you kind of like trying to stray away from like the beef content and stuff like that, like the comedic content where you
Well, not
get the
necessarily because
dragon folk?
I'm still gonna be dragging people. Because
Okay.
that's in my nature. I can't get away from it. You know what I'm saying? Like that. Like when our mom posted the thing in his bikini, of course I could have said something about that. I mean, he wanted me to say something about that. And he looks nice. It was nice and chocolate. It was
Stop.
it didn't have like no doodle stains in it.
No.
No, you know how some people have on white and it'd be like brown because all the sweat and the dirt. I could really tell he's
Yeah.
clean. Like back there, it smelled good.
So like, are y'all like old friends turned enemies,
Well, we not. I won't even
or
say
just
enemies.
colleagues?
We just colleagues. I like to talk about him, but I'd be
Oh, okay.
starstruck if I would have saw him with them white bikinis on. I would have been starstruck. I'd have been like, see,
Not
like
starstruck.
I would have been
Okay.
starstruck. You know what I'm saying? Like to see a chocolate man with them chocolate honey buns.
Okay, look, listen.
Because I don't know if you saw it. I got the video. If y'all want to see it, y'all can text me and I'll send y'all the video. But
Uh,
the chocolate buns was just shaking.
no, I'm cool. I can imagine. But
Okay.
I get it though. I look, ain't nothing wrong with some
Them
nice
chocolate buns.
chocolate buns and a white
Look,
t-shirt.
and he was right there dancing with the white folks.
Oh.
He was as cheek to cheek. And
Oh.
I said,
Wait, like booty cheek to booty
yeah,
cheek,
booty
or
cheek to
like
booty cheek. Them cheeks was out, child.
oh my god, you are so funny. Okay, well that's all I got. You have a good night, and again, thank you for having me. I popped my little string yard cherry because I ain't never did this before. So
I'm happy that you popped the cherry, and I'm happy to receive it.
you welcome, and I might call again on another little
You're
show.
always
We'll
welcome
see.
to call in. You know I'm here to hear your voice.
Aw, that's so sweet. Okay, well, you have a good night, and maybe I'll talk to you later.
Okay, thank you. You too.
All right, bye.
Bye bye. See. Can't believe she had called in. That was amazing. That was amazing. Okay, they are frenemies. All right. Love you all. Thank you all. And I will see y'all next video. Bye, y'all. Little black boy, you beautiful. Little black girl, you are enough. When times get hard, always remember to put God first. Y'all can comment below this video and leave a comment. And I can't wait to see y'all what y'all got to say. Shout out to Zaydon for coming on. After show on station here. After show on station here.